Oh, whoa. Oh, I gotta hit the stream buttons. Are you ready for me to hit the stream buttons, or do we need to talk more about Gina's DMs? Oh no, no, I fell behind because I'm a idiot. I was playing with my dog.
That's fine.
You were playing with your dog.
What are you guys gonna be up to? You guys gonna do some raiding or something?
Yes.
Well, we're kind of seeing what the vibe is right now. I'm not streaming this; it's just Bruce's.
And in that case, Bruce, you got the wheel. What does Bruce want to do?
It's absolutely what Bruce wants to do.
Yeah.
No, I've adjusted the screen to disastrous results.
Oh no!
Hold on, I'm adjusting my window size, and it's causing me problems. Now I've adjusted them back correctly, and it's okay. I know Ez needs to do some raid content. I know at least Ez, you need to do the 4th raid, P12, because that's how you get the weapon this week.
P12.
It would be nice to have Wing 12.
Ez, you gotta take your vitamins.
You gotta take your 12p. Believe it or not, frequent urination means more than 9 times a day. Like, if you pee 9 times a day, technically you'd only just barely count as, like, frequent urination.
I have heard that more people are, like, more dehydrated than they think.
Yeah.
I've never counted how many times I've had to pee in a day.
What do you mean? What do you mean 9 times?
9 times is a day.
A godly amount of times to pee. When I was drinking like a gallon of water a day, like 4 liters of water a day, because I had a PT who said insane things to me. He had like a little calculator, like, oh, if your BMI is this and your water intake is this, and I'm like, that seems fucking wrong. But literally, I was just glued to my toilet, and I don't even think that was 9 times in a day.
9 times a day?
Once a week? Hambo, you better be peeing more than once a week.
You got bigger issues if that's the case.
Once a week is pretty funny.
I've never okay, with the exception of Kara, I never thought I'd have to sit here and talk about someone else's urination.
Ayo.
But
whoa.
Go see a doctor or don't. I guess your skeleton. Where do you pee? I have questions. Not the time to ask them.
If you peed once a week, do you think it would come out as a perfectly gold orb?
Probably.
It would just solidify. Are you laying an egg at that point?
Piss egg.
Piss egg.
I don't like this. Also, hi, Mara. How you doing?
Hello.
How's it going? How do you like YouTube.com? I watch pretty much everything on YouTube.com.
I love YouTube.com.
Maybe a little fucked up. Yeah. I've seen too much Sans. I almost said Sans Homestuck, but I mean Sans Undertale. Pictures on the computer to know that some people do think that skeletons do pee. So, like, it's off the table.
Yeah, it's amazing how many anatomical features get added back to a skeleton when the internet is sexually attracted to them.
Want to become a hermit? As long as you're... Yeah, I understand that instinct.
If piss is left to sit, it congeals, so I think it would like come out like a goo. What do you mean?
But if you
what
didn't...
do you mean congealed piss? What is that?
Like, for one, if you didn't urinate frequently, like if you had stuff in your bladder, it would explode, which is like almost guaranteed to be fatal. Your bladder can rupture, and it's like almost 100% gonna kill you if you don't do it right now. But like, if you manage to like take all the liquid out of it, you would just like form a rock in your pelvis, and then I think that would also kill you.
Whoa, like a pearl.
Yeah, like a human pearl. Yeah.
Can we like not?
No, I think we are.
I think this is how it is.
But I think more is just like, I love its design and its AdSense. But yeah, so as you asked us earlier, Cara, what we wanted to do. The only thing we're for sure doing was we're doing some raid stuff. We didn't know who was going to be here tonight. But we only really have
watch. I'm the sickos at the window.
Valid.
Yes. Yes.
Does the sickos in the window costume? I almost said costume. You could have a sickos in the window costume. Does the sickos in the window comic have a twist like that comic about the T-shirt, where I have no fear, and then someone walks up with a different shirt, and I got one fear, but the shirt is actually what if Simpsons porn was illegal? Like, does it have like an origin like that?
I don't think it does. I don't think it does.
No. So the sickos guy at the window is like, I think it's not Ben Garrison, is it? It's like a political cartoon.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Why did you do that?
I'm gonna Google it. You know what? I'm the woman in the chair. You guys are raiding. I'm gonna do the Google searching for us all, so we can find sickos yes meme.
Sickos yes meme. I'll change to tank, and we can queue up for at least P12 Pandemonium, the 12th layer.
Okay.
That way we at least get the weapon for you, because I think this should be week 7. Yeah.
Yes.
At least week 7 for us.
Yeah, then we can get that for sure. Because I basically I don't have any gear needs on the Reaper anymore with it. Not even technically the weapon. I don't think I'm going to use the upgrade there. I'm going to wait for Mandeville stuff. But having the weapon upgrade for Sage or whatever class I get to 90 next would technically save some time. So
yeah.
I don't think you guys are prepared, Bruce. I don't think you're prepared for how funny this is.
What is it?
It's so good. I'm gonna put it in the chat for the call. This is so it's definitely like a right-wing cartoon where they like label everything like the kid is wearing an innocent kids t-shirt, for example, and the dad's wearing an honest viewers t-shirt. But it's actually so funny. It's like a shitpost. It's like you know, like when some things are so tone deaf and absurd that they actually come off as a shitpost and they're really funny, but not for the reasons intended.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's very serious, unfortunately. I think they mean what they say.
Oh, 100%. No, this is like a 60-year-old right-wing cartoonist who has made this. And doesn't understand why the
what
internet
does the
likes
Dilbert guy
so
have
much.
to do with this?
Dilbert? Yeah. Oh, don't even talk about the Dilbert guy. He's got like serious issues.
Yes, he does.
Yes. Don't even talk to me about the Dilbert guy.
Don't even talk to me about Dilbert, man.
Mr. Dilbert.
I'm sorry. I realized I have an audio setting that's off for some reason on this thing, and I was like, oh, shit.
What's the audio setting? Is it that
I don't know if anyone can hear anything on stream other than Discord and mine. I think the game is muted on stream.
I think it's muted on Discord as well. I didn't hear anything through Discord.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on. I have to... OBS has a new problem for me that's a well-documented problem where it's decided that it puts my capture card in a loop where it can't directly capture from my card without crashing OBS because like it fails to load the settings, which means that like it crashes, which means it doesn't change the settings, which means that like the capture card can't be reset on OBS because it's just you can't open it. So like it's great. I love it very much.
People can't hear the music, and that's a shame because this is the Ray with the banger soundtrack. So
is this the J-pop song?
Yes.
Is this what I saw you guys doing last time?
Yes.
Where you're like, this is the mommy who gives everyone the mommy issues?
Mm-hmm. World's #1 worst mommy. Like #1 baddest mommy, but like in the worst way possible. That crash happens to me too. Apparently that crash is super well documented. Like there's tons of forums even on like the OBS website. Like, why does this happen? And the answer to why does it happen is we don't know. And the solution to fix it is just wait for OBS to be updated and hope that that's it. That's what you needed. Or maybe Windows will update and fix it. They don't know why it happens. Here, while she
Oh,
makes us shine brilliant.
I think this is a situation where I miss not being able to tell who's doing the most damage. I miss it the most. I wanna backseat Ez.
That's so valid.
Why me? Is it because I'm just DPS?
Because you're DPS. I can't. No one gives a shit about tanking.
That's true. I have terrible parse. Now it's really loud, but that's okay. We're working on it.
Oh,
I don't
fuck!
know. Oh, good. This whole time I haven't died. Even when I was troubleshooting problems. So wonderful. I really am the best tank in Eorzea.
Meanwhile, my dumbass backflips off the fucking stage like I'm a dragoon.
You're doing great, guys. I believe in you.
Oh.
I don't know how to fix the audio on Discord, but the music is back, at least on YouTube.com.
YouTube. That's fine. I'll pretend.
It also makes the video kind of crunchy, and like there's nothing I can do about that either, which is so wonderful. It's so good. I love it so much. Ah. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
What's going on, Bruce?
My capture crashed.
Oh no.
I am very much in danger. Oh, there we go. I'm still alive. Ha 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 ha.
I've got one of those mechanics slide board things, and I'm going to go into your desk and start, I don't know, cranking stuff and fixing it for you. Yeah.
Hitting the wibbles and the wobbles.
Yeah. I've got the drill that goes like... Pss, 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 pss.
Oh, you have the little air pressure drilly thingy?
Yeah. And I have no desire to be like a mechanic or a woodworker or like a carpenter or anything, but I just want to use power tools.
That's so valid.
You know what I mean? I don't want to build or fix anything. I just want a dangerous object in my hands that I can like make holes in the wall with.
Yeah.
You know? That might be the theme for that might be the theme for my like bachelorette party when I get married. It's just like unsupervised
power tool hour.
Yes. And I'll just like rent like a bunch of power tools, and everyone can like pick a power tool and just play with it dangerously.
Have you ever heard of a rage room?
Yes, I love those.
Like get a rage room, but like you just all have power tools.
I actually wrote one of those into a D&D campaign years ago. Before I'd heard of a rage room, I called it a break room, and it was like full of glass and like ceramics that this very hard done to member of the Elvish aristocracy, she would go into the room and she would just smash stuff. So I like to think I came up with the idea.
It's true.
You did.
You're a pioneer.
I did. Thank you, guys.
Oh my god, you can actually lay claim to the title of Pioneer Woman.
Ooh, we can't really do that so much anymore.
Oh, that's true.
It's so hard to be a pioneer these days, you know?
Yeah, but if you look up Pioneer Woman, you'll see like 60,000 white woman blogs where everyone's like, no, I'm the Pioneer Woman. Like, you don't understand. It's me. I'm really out here.
And they don't understand because it's actually me.
Yeah.
I'm the Pioneer Woman.
They don't get it.
They don't get it, yeah. But you guys get it.
Yes.
You guys, my real fam, totally understand.
that the Pioneer Woman is me.
I think I'm gonna say spot. How have I not been killed with my hubris and my technical problems?
Because you are good at this game.
I guess so. I guess that's true.
Oh, fuck.
Sister Wolf has been TP of those. Sister Wolf.
I was well out of something, but the game decided to push back affected me anyway, so.
Come
Part
on,
of me
guys,
just
you
wanted to
got
say
this.
deserved for no reason. I'm so sorry. You didn't deserve that.
I believe.
I want to
Select the
believe.
butterfly.
If
She
one of
sucked.
the DPS wanted to a LB3, you guys got this.
Oh, we'll be fine, even if we don't LB3.
Well, as if on cue, someone's doing it.
It's the samurai.
Me, I would do that in this situation.
Oh.
If I knew my damage was sick, absolutely.
I totally have a golden parse.
Nothing feels better than those golden passes when you get like the 99s and the 100s and you stick it onto your fucking fridge.
I love that when I get a gold parse and my very tall GF puts it on the fridge.
How many therapists do you think have been shown a screenshot of a golden pass? Like, this is what I did this week.
Probably more than we would think.
Yeah. Probably more than you would ever care to admit.
Like that's not what me and my therapist talk about, but I'm sure somebody is some therapist is seeing them.
Have you ever mentioned Resident Evil to your therapist?
Yes.
Oh, I was actually asking Ezra's.
Wait, I was about to say, are you like, is that a legitimate answer, Bruce? First off.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a legitimate answer.
Okay. I wanna Ezra's answer next, and then I'm gonna circle back and try and guess the context for Bruce.
Yes, I have spoken to my therapist about Resident Evil before.
Yes! Okay, now I'm gonna try and guess the context for both of you. Now you do obviously get to pass if it's tied into anything that you don't want to talk about. But Ezra's, I think it's for you, it's do I treat myself to this collector's edition of Resident Evil, whichever one it was at the time?
You mean the board game or?
Oh yeah, yes, I forgot about the board game. But I was thinking in general. Like I was like, I imagine I feel like it's gonna be like purchase wise or something. Is my guess.
Actually, no. I've not had that kind of conversation with my therapist.
Okay. And then Bruce.
Yes.
Is it a screenshot of Leon Kennedy and you turn around and go, "Do you like this man? How does this guy make you feel? I'm the therapist now."
No. Why did I talk to my I've talked to my therapist about multiple games, including Final Fantasy. And like sometimes it's in the context of all I did this week was play blank and it makes me feel really guilty. And other times it's me attempting to explain something that has happened. But what I'm doing on the video game is relevant. And so on more than one occasion, because she's like into phone games, I've had to use an analogy of like, do you know Pokemon Go? And she's like, yes, I love Pokemon Go. And I have to say, like, okay, imagine Pokemon Go, but totally not, you know. And for whatever reason, I feel like that's necessary for whatever context, but I just end up explaining to my therapist, like, this video game. And I'm sure part of her is like, you do know that we only meet for like an hour and a half every week, and this is like precious moments that we could work on real problems. Or if she's like, oh, I didn't know video games were so weird. You know, oh, PC gaming.
That's fucking funny. So I've never been to therapy, but what I have done is I've seen all of the Sopranos.
That's basically the same thing.
Right. and in my head, all therapy is Tony Soprano and his therapist. So like when you tell me a story about talking to your therapist about Final Fantasy, I in my head like a scene of Tony Soprano telling his therapist about Astinian and Eorzea and what they're up to this week.
I would like to think that you're like not wrong.
That's what all therapy is in my head.
Yeah,
it's just Tony Soprano.
You would be right.
I want to say you're not wrong, but from
I
what
feel
I've
like
seen of The Sopranos, you're not.
I feel like Ez has definitely heard this conspiracy theory from me before, and like I've definitely said it
Ooh.
before. But I have this
Ooh.
conspiracy theory that's not real at all. That like I also have to like ask my therapist about memes on occasion, because like sometimes she just asks me what I'm doing, and then I say like, oh, I did X, Y, and Z, or like I've really had X, Y, and Z in my brain, and like I'm not sure if it's like productive. And like, so sometimes I have to explain, like, I watched a lot of TikTok this week. And she'll be like, I also saw a lot of TikTok. And then I have to sit there and explain a meme that I think is extremely funny to my therapist. And like, why I think that that makes me a bad person because this meme kills me every time. And then, like, shortly after that, every time I meet with my therapist, the channel Unusual Memes puts out a new compilation of memes like that same day. And my like brain is like, what if my therapist is just like collecting information from me and other people over the course of the day and then turning it into a viral meme compilation?
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
If that was the case, does she have the legal right to do that, or should I feel violated that
Yeah.
my
I think your
trusted
conspiracy. I think starting a conspiracy that all therapists are out to get you is it's a platform that I'm brave enough to stand on, but I don't think the common person would be.
I would say
God.
no.
Oh, what's Cara Hessier up to this week? Well, she's got a new platform, and it's not good.
Have you seen the Grimace Shake videos? I could see that would be a conversation to have with a Bruce's therapist, I'm sure.
Yeah, that would be something I would ask her. I
Oh
would
my
explain
God.
to her that, like, I think that the Grimace Shake video where someone dies is very funny. Does that make me a bad person? Do you think I have narcissistic personality traits because I think the Grimace Shake is funny? And then she would have a lengthy conversation with me about, like, that's not really an appropriate assumption to make about yourself or anyone. And also, yes, I do think the Grimace Shake is funny. You know?
Sorry, I'm playing with a fidget tool. I'm trying to fix it because I broke it.
No, it's okay.
Wow. It's just, you just unlocked a new setting of fidget.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's what activity.
I think that's what this is for. It's supposed to look cool, then it breaks, then you spend like hours trying to fix it again. So you have a new fidget fixation.
Yeah, fidget level 2.
The next stage.
I found, in my opinion, the funniest Grimace Shake video, and it's the natural conclusion of the arc. And it is
there we go.
It is filmed from the front seat of a car. The mum and dad in the front seat of the car filming backwards to the back seat, whereas there is this weeping, distraught child because the parents are sharing a Grimace Shake, and this child is like, no, you can't drink that, it'll kill you. And the child is so upset, and they're just drinking the Grimace Shake, and I'm like, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, it's not like a bit. It's like a real child really upset.
Yes, a real child. There is no bit. It is real child distress. But it is over a Grimace Shake and the lack of information being provided, because we're in on the joke that the Grimace Shake isn't actually a lethal poison. Mm-hmm. But the child is not. The child sees TikToks and thinks they're real.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, what do we want to do now, Bruce?
We can do another raid, or if you'd like to swap for a little bit, or even if Kara needs help with like a daily roulette or anything, we could do a roulette.
Doing my roulettes would be handy to level up my. I'm working on Summoner / Scholar.
I'm okay. I could do a daily roulette actually, because I was literally just thinking, man, my Dark Knight has fallen behind the MSQ level. Do I do the daily roulette while these guys are doing a raid? And I was like, no, I'll just sit here and watch, and I'll be attentive.
We can do the roulette
because actually
that means that I can level up my DPS, my Black Mage, and you can. I have no idea. Ez is doing Summoner. So
I love Black Mage.
Because we should all be around the same.
I'm level 59.
I'm level 57, actually, with my scholar.
I'm level 50.
No, so we're all basically in the same range. Awesome.
Oh, and you're playing Scholar? Perfect. So you can heal. So that's perfect. We have heal tank DPS.
Not heal. I would be a summoner. Did I say scholar?
Summoner. Yeah, you said
summoner.
scholar.
But
that's okay.
Scholar.
Because you'll be the tank, and that means that the tank can make the healer wait very patiently if you don't want to pull.
Yeah. Yeah, we figured we could do that because we only really need to do the one raid wing this week, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Where it's like, unless I'm gearing up an old character, I don't really need to do the whole thing every week, which is good.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Good.
I have, speaking of like stupid things I've done with my therapist before. I see my therapist a lot over like telehealth, like Zoom or like the phone.
Yeah.
And I do a little diary every single day, and I have more than one occasion because like I don't want to like sit there and just like read stuff that happened to me all week out loud. So I have like multiple times been like, "Do you just want to give me your address and I'll just mail these to you?" And I'm talking about like 5 like cheap ass journals that like are just wrecked. And I'm always like, I don't know, maybe I don't know what to do with these. I think I'm just gonna like ship them to you or something. Like, do you want them? Like, are they valuable? And she's just like, please don't mail me your junk. I'm begging. She tries. Every now and then I like think, oh no, like maybe I should like give these to my professional for help, and I'll ask her that question, and she very politely tells me, like,
is it like a diary or thing?
Yeah, it's like a notebook.
Aww.
And I keep saying, like, should I send these to you? And she very politely has to say, like, please don't mail me, like, your garbage. But she also tells me, please don't mail me your garbage.
I feel like the bigger concern is that a therapist probably shouldn't let any of their clients know where they live, right? That seems like a fairly... Unless they practice out of their home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I suppose is probably a good way to keep expenses down, but... In general, that seems like I'd say that seems like a sensible idea.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea for like more than a reason than like you just don't want 5 cheap ass notebooks that like some dude bought and like scribbled all over, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. What would be worse? Being a therapist, or wait, no. Being a therapist whose clients knows where they live and can mail them all of their junk, or being a personal trainer.
Oh, whose client knows where they live and can also mail them all their junk?
Yeah, or like, who do you think are more? Who do you think's more annoying?
I think it depends on the client. Like, if it's the same, like. If it's me for both people, I feel like the therapist is the worst one.
I think it depends. I think everybody is going to have like, are you a person? This is like a new Myers-Briggs like slider, right? Are you a person who annoys their PT more or their therapist more, right? And I feel like there is no overlap between those two groups of people.
Yeah. I feel like if you're the person who's like, if I had my trainer's address, I would like mail them like the same like gamer subs trial pack I got to just like see what's their read on it. You know what I mean? Just to check the vibe.
Or just swing by, or just be like, knock. Hi, could you watch this video and tell me if my phone's okay?
Yeah. Hey, I just got this new. I just picked up a bunch of stuff from Target, and like, I don't know if it's for me. Like, you think we could do a little haul and like?
Oh my god!
Can you rate the fit?
Yeah, can you rate my fit?
Do I need to invite? I'm online.
Oh yes. Where are you?
Are we friends yet?
I don't know if we're friends yet.
Fellowship Finder. What the fuck is that? Oh my god! What is this?
Oh, like I don't know. I think that's like the group finder.
No, Fellowship Finder is something else.
Warhammer 40k enthusiasts.
Fellowships are gathering of players who share common interests. With up to 1,000 members permitted in each fellowship, they are an excellent way to connect and socialize with like-minded adventurers. It's basically a group chat.
Anime and K-dramas.
I see.
Late night NARP connections. That is for sex.
I see Bratz RS, which is also for sex.
Honey Lovers 2, 18 plus NSFW ERP Fellowship. Come check out our Discord. Oh my goodness. Oh, MILF Coochie research.
Well,
finally, an academic institution for me.
At least you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, that's true.
Right here, we have toilet fantasies right next to basketball enjoyers.
That sounds about right.
Oh no, the toilet fantasies comment is for the downright stinky and sticky.
Okay, I think it's time to close that.
Yeah, I looked at it for a couple seconds, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't look at this on a live stream.
We have officially crossed into territory that is not good. What is your character's name again?
My character is called Krista Kraken.
Krista Kraken?
Okay, yeah. I do not have you on my phone.
But spelled like a Kardashian.
Oh, that helps.
That does help, right?
Yeah.
As long as it helps one of you.
It's Crystal. It's Crystal without the L.
Oh, Crystal. I thought it was Krista.
It is. It is. It's Krista, which is Crystal without the L at the end. Oh, it's a Y instead of an I in Krista.
Oh, that's why.
Which is why it's Crystal. Yeah, and it's Kardashian style. I feel like I'm ordering off the secret menu right now. Can I get a Krista, like a Crystal without the L, but Kardashian style? And then a space button, and then Kraken like the mythical beast.
Okay. Hold on, let me just look up Kraken.
Kraken.
Yeah, it might just be easier to, like, go to, like, Olda and, like...
Yeah, we can do that. Give me
what server are you on?
Your server. I'm on Goblin.
Okay.
All right, well, let's go to Ulda then, see if we could find.
Which stone?
Actually, go to Western Thanland, the Horizon. We don't have to be in a town because we don't have to like glam.
Yeah.
Thanalan.
I actually had a keyboard plugged in, so I had to reach over to my PlayStation 4 and get my keyboard out.
Oh, right. I forgot Bruce is a professional
FFXIV
player now. No, you will know it's Bruce.
Yes, because Bruce baby.
There we go. I see you.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Look at these nice dragon friends I've run into. This one's doing a silly dance.
It is the best dance.
I do that too, bitches.
Stop!
Yeah!
Stop!
Send friend request.
No!
Like Star Trek Kardashian or Kim Kardashian. Good point.
Also, so... I feel the need to mention this because I think this is funny. Locke just logged in to the free company, so Locke's in the game now. And I say hello to him, and his response is poo poo pee pee man. And I'm like, did Kara take over your computer, Locke?
No, he's capable. He is capable of this.
It's true.
Yeah. He doesn't show it very often. He likes to think that he lets out his poo poo pee pee side more often than he does. But he's got one. He definitely has one. Like, let's be honest. If Locke wasn't a little bit of a dumbass like me, why would he be friends with a dumbass like me?
I would just be worried. Like, I feel like I would have to, like, DM Locke and be like, you good, dude? Like, if he hit me with the poo-poo pee-pee man, like, right away. Like, normally I'd be yeah, like, you know, like, starting off with that as, like, a little, like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, Plankton.
Well, he's like, streamed. He's used his thinking brain today, so he might be a little scrungly.
That's true.
He's a friend request Barif.
Oh, that's Shelly.
That's Shelly.
Oh, perfect.
Yep. I was told I'm stream sniping real quick to add Kara, stay put. And then Locke again says, shit, piss, and fart.
Your own call sign. Is Poo Poo Pee Pee Man a call sign?
I don't think so.
Like a
Yeah, it
radio
is.
call
I
sign?
think Locke
Oscar
has just
Delta, I'm entering the AO. Stand by for Pee Pee Poo Poo Man.
There's gotta be like we have to live in a day and age where someone can be like, I'm an award-winning jet pilot. I've saved millions of lives, and my call sign is Poo Poo Pee Pee. Yeah, on the radio they call me Piss Boy.
That's more like a trucker thing then, surely. Can you imagine like the end of like Top Gun 3 and it's like they're in, I don't know, they're fighting the aliens or whatever they do in the Top Gun, and they're losing, and then they think it's all over, and then like the radio crackles, and it's just the guy goes, "Did you miss me?"
And they're like,
and it's
Piss
Pee Pee
Boy.
Poo Poo Man. It's a piss boy, and he comes in and he saves the day. Oh, what the fuck!
This is one of my mounts.
Monkey.
A fucking
It
gorilla.
flies.
Wow.
I love how he just carries me.
This is. Wow. This
is the world of Final Fantasy XIV. You can
Listen,
ride a
If
monkey.
Harambe was trained by Goku, that's what it would look like.
Listen, sometimes I ride around the Rathalos. I worked long and hard to get the stupid mount.
I
But
need
sometimes...
this.
Oh, you need the Rathalos mount? Well,
Uh,
let's get you to max level first and then we'll talk. Let's just say it took a while.
I have only chocobos right now, and I hate them. I hate the way their feet sound. I hate the way they look. Why is yours bigger than mine?
Because mine is religious. Mine comes from...
Oh, yours is the Mary Chocobo, isn't it?
Yeah, mine is from the church.
Ah! What about yours, Esros? What denomination is your chocobo?
Whatever glam I stapled onto it today. Because you can unlock bardings, like change the way your chocobo looks.
Oh yeah, you can change the little outfits.
I don't like chocobos. This game has made me a chocobo hater, I think. I don't like them.
I also have a fire horse.
Yeah, but 2 people can ride on this chocobo. It's nice. It's convenient. It's the only multi-seater mount I have.
How do I get on?
I think you just select me. I hate the car. The car.
I know you hate the car, but the car flies, so.
Oh my god, look, I ride like a princess.
Yes.
Admittedly, that is
that's cute. That's very
cute.
cute. That's very cute.
Yeah.
How do I get up? How do I get up?
Hold on.
Press.
Ah! Okay, thank you. That was a kidnapping happening right there.
By the way,
you're
do you want to
do
50, 60, and 70, or do you want to do leveling? I'll put us in the queue.
Whichever is better. I am only 50. Like, would 50 give us Praetorium?
No.
No.
Praetorium is just for
thing.
Main scenario.
Okay, then we can do the 50-60 one. I've done a lot of leveling recently, so I really don't want to do the fucking mines again.
So
or the manor, the spooky manor with the sexy lady.
Oh, Hawk Manor.
I've done it so many times.
I hate that there's no cool alt animation for the black mage. Just stand still. Like anyone could do this. This ain't special.
I don't have any shit. You guys have shit. I don't have any shit.
I know. It's because we have brain problems. We're addicted.
I'm trying to. I've got a sample of the worms, and I keep keep putting them at my nose. Okay, to be fair, they're tickling a little bit. Like, it gets to the point where I'm like, I've done my stream, I've done my chores, I've done my Honkai Star Rail dailies. I can now log into Final Fantasy and do my little Final Fantasy stuff, and it's like it's gotten easy now because like I log in and I know what I'm doing, and it's not just a case of, God, this kind of sucks like it was in early days in ARR. But it's still not like I wake up and I have to log in. You know, I'm not there yet.
Mm-hmm. I think you're high enough level you can do glamours.
I have glamour. Hang on. I have 1 glamour.
Do you have a glamour plate?
I do. I have this.
Because I think a lot of people get the worms because of the, dressing up and making little costumes and stuff. I don't know if that's what gives you worms, though.
A little bit. But part of me is like, I didn't realize that those like glamour prisms were like a non-renewable resource, and I used up all of the fucking ones I have on garbage. So now I'm very drained and low on those things, and I'm like, well, I gotta choose things. I gotta be really careful when I choose these things. Like,
well, hold on, let me see.
Wait. Oh, okay, just one. Yeah.
Oh no, hold on. I have a problem. So I have a lot.
Oh.
I mean,
and he
I'm always carrying like 99 of them. I only have 71 at the minute.
Yeah,
Thank
me too.
You. I can get rid of all of the shit in my bags that I've been saving. I can absorb it into my mainframe.
Bye-bye, Handbone.
Thank you. I owe you my life.
Oh no, it's
what
okay.
What you could do, Kara, is next time you're in an inn, if you get the room, you should have access to like the armory and the glamour thing. Yeah, just throw a bunch of the stuff in the glamour thing.
Already done it.
Good.
Yeah, that's why I have none of my fucking prisms.
Ah.
Yeah, because I was doing that with everything, right?
You reach a point eventually with the glamour prisms where either you have enough guild certificates that you just like cash in like once a month and you like buy the max because like they cost nothing with guild tokens, or you just go to the market board and you're like, fuck it, I could spend like 50k gil right now, and you just buy like the most you'll need for the rest of the game.
I did not realize you could just buy them.
Oh yeah. You can craft them supposedly for like a fair amount of materials, but like you can buy them like on the market in huge stacks, or you can use your guild certificate token things to cash in.
I was made aware that you can get them through like storm seals through your like company.
Yeah.
And that's like I've been working on like leveling that shit up specifically to get more of those.
Yeah, it's handy to do those two, at least for a little bit. So
Don't you think my character looks cool though? I think I have a really unique look.
Yeah.
You look very cool.
I think I've captured a very interesting face.
Hang on, where is Bruce's? Bruce, I'm sorry, but you're not even actually at boob level. You're like below boob level.
I know. I know. I'm well aware.
Looks directly at them. I'm aware. That is profound sadness.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Bruce.
Oh, no.
I'm max height for a lizard lady. I'm the most I can be.
I think I probably would have lent to the because I don't have the bunny girls, and I do like the bunny girls. I think I would have gone in on the aura if it hadn't been for the fact that like they're so tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wanted like my character's back makes me very excited for like glam possibilities. I don't think you can get like a big old back muscles like that with
the tiny lizard people. No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no.
You get a free Fantasia later, so if you decide that you
I've got it. It's locked away in my safety storage cube.
Yes. So if you choose to upgrade later, you can always just swap later.
Yes, and I might. I would probably only swap to a bunny girl though.
That's so valid.
Unless can anything be blue?
Yes.
What can be blue?
Lizard people can be blue. So can the Rodigan, the people, the greenish people.
Yes. My first character was a big blue woman. When I on my Steam account, and then when I realized my Steam account was all fucked and I had to just start over the new account, I decided not to be a big blue woman.
Oh god, we are a row of DMV
portraits.
Thank you. I word good.
You're welcome.
Leonard, I hear you.
No, I changed mine.
If you changed your glamour, it resets back to normal.
It resets your plate.
Yeah.
I changed nothing except I put a... Oh, hang on.
Oh, your tank stance. There you go.
Yeah.
Everyone forgets the tank stance.
It's just one of the many, like, baffling things this game doesn't do. Like, there's so many... this game has so many, like, things that it like, sophisticated features, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it fumbles, like, the most weirdly specific free dunks. Like, just auto-activating tank stance when people come into tanks, like... why is there even a tank stance to begin with? I don't understand why there needs to be that.
So you can main and sub-tank during higher level activities.
But, like, you just make tanks the most threat-generating thing, and then when you're off-tanking, you just don't do your full threat generation rotation.
Yeah, but then I'd have to do a second rotation, and that sounds not fun.
That sounds hard.
You can also, I think... WoW does it by whoever taunted last just has the boss. And you swap by taunting.
You can do that, technically, with your tank stance. Like, you can just bolt beyond and have one person provoke. But, then it screws you up when it comes to, like, ads and stuff, you know what I mean?
Sure. Those damn ads. Where are we right now? Where is this? I don't know if I've done this dungeon.
Are we... Where are we?
We're in Snowcloak.
Oh, yeah, but, like, where is Snowcloak?
Locke would know the answer to this. This is...
None of us know where we are right now.
It's in Corthius.
I've done this dungeon, like...
just out of Ishgard. So it's very...
No, that's a different one. I just did that one. The one with the hippogriff at the end.
Yeah, this one does not have a hippogriff at the end. I think this is a slightly later one.
This must be a different one because I just did because I needed to do the dungeon to get my last ether current for that zone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it wasn't this one.
I'm just saying that's where the zone is. Like, it's just outside of Ishgard, so...
Okay. Is it possible that this is an ARR dungeon that's just like an endgame ARR dungeon that no one does because it's not part of the MSQ?
It could be, but you have to have done it before, or at least you have to have unlocked it in order for it to be in your roulette rotation. Roulette dungeons are only dungeons that you have unlocked. Even if you haven't, like, completed them, like, it only allows you to randomly roll through the dungeons you have on your list. I swear that this is, like, a dungeon you have to do, but, like, honestly, I've done this dungeon, like, 6 million times in leveling and, like, level 50 roulette, and I have no idea where this is from. I just know there's a dog.
There's a dog?
There's a dog.
I know this is a dungeon they've changed a few of the mechanics on, and the last boss is dog. So
is dog.
Get your dog.
What that dog doing?
Got that dog in me.
I think you should let the dog out more, Bruce.
I try to let them out, like, more, but it's too hot. They don't want to go outside.
That's too hot. Too hot for the dog.
It's too hot for the dog.
I'm starting to zero in on your accent. And I really like it.
I'm sorry that you've had to be around to pick that. That's tragic.
I feel like, for some reason, most of my... Do I need to be going cute? I don't know if I need to hold that or not.
No, you're good.
Yeah, we have to take care of that.
I'll just taunt it anyway. It's no harm.
Yeah, there's no harm.
No harm in that.
I summoned little Garuda.
Wait, Garuda.
Garuda.
Most of my American friends tend to be either Californians or yeehaw Southerner types.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeehaw, cowboy.
Yeah. Yeehaw, cowboy Americans, scurry to me like rats.
I summon thee, cowboy American, in my time of need.
Okay, Bruce, you are a Dark Knight main at the very moment.
Yes.
What is my angry face doing?
Your angry face.
Yeah, so on my screen, there's like a helmet, and it's purple, and it's angry, and I fill it up by pressing my stabby and my zoom and my vroom abilities. Fill it up by 30 seconds. But I don't know what it is or what it does. I assume it's a buff.
There is one that lights up when you do have a buff activated, like Blood Weapon, and there's a second buff that triggers that whose name escapes me, but I know what the picture looks like. And that's to count down your buff. Later, that turns into a separate countdown timer because you actually get an active summon that you can bring out so that you can keep an eye on him without needing to actually like find him on the field.
There's some crazy shit that I don't get to do yet.
Yeah, but you'll be there soon.
I've never done this dungeon. Yeah, I'm just like keeping this buff active because I assume it's good. Maybe more damage or less, more healing, more mitigation. I don't know.
That's more damage if I recall correctly.
It should be.
Dark Knight gets damage buffs over mitigation buffs, if I remember.
I believe so, yeah.
They do seem to be a very DPS focused class.
Most of the classes that have that kind of a, since every class does have the job icon thing, most of them are tied to either a resource or some sort of timer, depending.
Yeah. And then imagine being a new player and seeing the Black Mage one for the first time and being like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What are you saying to me right now?
Obviously,
I had to watch a video explaining that shit, and when I understood it, I was like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Yeah, once I looked up what it was like, "Oh, this makes a lot of sense. This isn't so bad." But up until that point, I was just like, why does it keep counting down? How do I stop this?"
The game doesn't tutorialize or explain a lot of its stuff. Just a lot, most of it's shit in general, I would say.
Unfortunately, yeah, I do find that's a big problem with like it's job gauge stuff and a lot of stuff with like playing your class. It doesn't always teach you very well.
Yeah, well, like UI elements and just kind of like, okay, you're in a grand company and you get storm seals. What do you do with those? Where do you go? Where do you go is a question I'm asking all the time. You know. Yeah, but they do give you that handy novice network thing where I feel like most of what I see in there is just people asking like, what is this? What do I do? What
in
is
fairness,
that?
that's what it's there for.
What this?
Yeah. It's good that they at least have that.
What do about this? I will say that the red mage stuff is pretty intuitive, but that's like almost not fair because I feel like that's one of the easiest classes like on the market.
Lancer doesn't have one.
Your base classes will not. Dragoon does. Lancer does not.
That's what I meant. Dragoon does not have one.
I don't think Dragoon has a big thing.
Their bar sort of does eventually. It just takes a long time to get there.
Like I'm at level 50, and I don't have a thing. I don't have a little angry face.
Yours will be a stick.
I don't have my stick. I don't have it yet.
Weird.
Not yet.
My favorite Dark Knight ability is like the TV show ability. You get an ability named after an expansion at a certain point, and it's like, oh, it's the Shadowbringer spell from Shadowbringers. Because I was the title character in Shadowbringers, so this is my final magical attack.
I must admit, I was quite surprised to see Dark Knight in Heavensward. I was so sure that it was Shadowbringers because it's the Dark Knight is on the front
he's the
box.
Shadowbringers boy.
Yeah, right. I remember those adverts with Tom Holland and somebody else who I can't remember.
We didn't get those
Spider-Man.
adverts, I don't think. I think we had to see them on YouTube.
Oh,
But
I think I saw that at the cinema. I think I saw the Final Fantasy XIV Tom Holland advert before a movie.
I don't think I saw any advertisements for Final Fantasy XIV at all because it was just like not in my sphere.
They pushed advertising super hard for Shadowbringers because
move
that
away
was
from the big ball.
Big ball.
Yep.
Big wall. Yep.
That was the expansion which they overtook WoW, and I feel like now that they're on top, they don't need to advertise as much.
Oh yeah. Well, the fact that they had a meme that just was a free advertisement campaign, I feel like really like put them in the right place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I have done this dungeon. I remember the Yeti.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I remember the Yeti. I didn't remember any of the shit up to this point.
He's
I was
a
probably
memorable
healing it, to be
guy.
honest. All I do when I heal is I just follow the group and I make the health bars go up.
I press buttons for health bars. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Nope. My flare cast.
Are we all good?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Good over there? Yay. If I'm doing anything wrong, please tell me.
Oh, no,
we will
you're
let you
doing
know.
good.
You're doing everything fine.
Yay. Bruce, do you have, well, I know you have some MMO experience because I know you play, like, at the very least, like, those old school, like, browser anime MMOs, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other, like, like, Guild Wars or, like, an Aeon Online? What was that?
I think I did
Oh,
play a
Aeon
little bit of
Online.
that. When Terra Online came out, I actually played it for a little bit. I actually remember I had to upgrade my own RAM chip for the first time because I had like started playing games on my computer and Terra came out. I needed like an extra 5 gigs of RAM and I had to swap out my own card. So I remember that very vividly because it was the first time I ever like cracked open my own computer and did my own PC upgrade and it was terrible.
It's awful. It's the worst thing.
It's the worst.
Honestly, I feel like at the point I'm at, I would be totally chill doing any PC upgrades by myself, with the single exception of CPU stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I stayed too close for that shit. That's my bad.
I hate touching my CPU. I hate thermal paste. I hate cooling systems and the little fucking wires. I have cried so many times. Every time I have to change my CPU or do anything with my CPU, I cry because it's so stressful.
It's just, it's too much. It's
Yeah.
too delicate. Human hands were not meant to handle that. I should not have to be subjected to this.
I remember the first
Absolutely
time
agree.
I ran into the you must upgrade your PC to play this game. It actually was an MMO. It wasn't WoW though. It was Star Wars.
Oh.
Galaxies or Old
Star Wars
Republic?
Galaxies. Not Old Republic, Galaxies.
Wow, Galaxies.
Yeah, I bought it.
That sounds like a crazy MMO. Like, Old Republic is pretty by the books, but the stuff I hear about Galaxy is like finding the holocrons and stuff, and like having to find your lightsaber to become a Jedi and stuff. It sounded neat.
It was neat for its time.
MMOs used to be really weird. I think
Yeah,
WoW
they did.
kind of centralized everything. It kind of like WoW created the template that all of MMOs kind of followed.
Yeah.
But before that, like pre-WoW MMOs just like did crazy experimental shit and like were just really weird.
But in like a good way.
I mean,
Well,
sometimes
a good way.
in a memorable way, maybe, but like I think there is a reason why WoW kind of and that like format of MMO really started to stick and take hold. Because sometimes weird isn't what you need to log in every single day. You know what I mean? It's like, sure, you might have some good memories and some good experiences, but you know, when you're talking about the brain rot, you need like a really tight gameplay loop there.
Yeah.
I just realized something, and this is a productive comment for Cardiasnia. When there's more than 3 enemies, do your little pull with the thing, and then right away go into the AoE attack. Like, don't hesitate. And you need to spam it way more often.
Did I lose aggro on something?
No, there's just a lot of dudes, and it'll keep you away. Don't hesitate, bitch. Hit that button a lot. As long as there's more than 3 people, like your AoE, like anything that hits more than one target is what you're gonna want to be doing at all times until you get down to 2 or less.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the constructive advice, Bruce. I really appreciate it.
You're doing good, and I just realized I don't know what that's fucking called, and I see you doing something, and it's like, no, wait, hit the button, hit the button again.
Push the button.
Yeah.
Well, I might not have all of the abilities yet.
That's true. The Dark Knight like AoE combo, like the multiple attack combo, you don't get the second part till you're like level 60.
Yeah, I have the second part. I have laser 2 beams? Buttons. Yeah, I have the laser beam part, but I don't have. If there's a third part, I don't have a third part.
Oh no, that's pretty much it. There's a couple other attacks you'll get, but the solid rotation is the 1 and the 2.
How do you feel? How do you guys feel about combo abilities?
I like them.
Having talked about this earlier with you and Locke, I think comparatively, having played both this and WoW for a very long time. Oh god, the wall behind me just blew up. I love
him. Snow clubs.
I think the way that 14 does things allows for more control and better balance, and it's easier to play. But the downside of it is it does make a lot of classes feel samey when they don't have a lot of options, which is a big problem with the way this game's designed, because when you go back to early level content through like the roulettes, your class abilities just start getting pruned out. Like you lose access to almost everything. Yeah. What class is really bad for that? I think it's Reaper. It's really bad for that if you get stuck at low level. Samurai, I think, was another one, isn't it? I don't know if you played Samurai, Bruce.
Any class that starts after level 70 is going to be rough.
I don't know why it does that. I honestly don't. What's the harm? Just scale the numbers, not the abilities. It's so punishing. Like taking away people's abilities and fun just seems like it's punishing you for queuing up in the wrong queue, almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it incentivizes you to go back to do that content. It feels like a chore.
It does.
I just really don't know why they do it like that. There are a lot of like gameplay system. I feel like all of my problems with this game are like systems based.
Mm-hmm.
I think the things it does well, obviously, are spectacular. And I get to use my zombie mode. Yes.
Oh, Living Dead. No, you didn't have enough time.
Well, what? Why not? I pressed it.
If you're dying and you cast Living Dead, it's too late.
Oh, you have to pre-pot it?
Living Dead...
We're going to pull it back. Oh, no, we're not going to pull it back.
Living Dead used to be the button that you press to just get killed. Like, Living Dead used to be the I'm having too hard a time and I don't want to be here anymore button. But now, when you press Living Dead, it needs to be like you are starting to run really low, and you can tell you're about to get hit again or you can't get away. Like, you're about to take a really big L. So that's when you press Living Dead. And then you need to start doing lots of damage. I almost said proccing a lot of abilities, but that makes it sound too technical. You need to hit all your fucking buttons. Because the more damage you do, the lower you get.
I know what proccing your abilities means. Come on. I've been around the roundabout.
It makes me sound too professional, and like really it's just like hit all the buttons that do damage.
It's too pro gamer for
It's too pro gamer. But Living Dead is for when you know you're about to eat shit, not when you are currently eating shit. Yeah.
It's preventive.
I understand. I like that.
There's another ability you'll get shortly called Blackest Night, and that's the I am currently about to die and I don't want to do that anymore button.
Oh,
which will save you.
The healer's not here yet, so let me help. There we go.
Oh,
well, thank you.
It's like running. Oh, you can't fall off the world in this game though, can you?
Yeah, this is a no fall off zone.
Oh god, I need to live in that. I'm falling off all the time.
Well, okay, I'm gonna save you some advice. That's not every area. But this area is safe. We have tricked more than one friend off to their death. Actually,
no, we have tricked one friend multiple times. This is what's happened.
I love that.
Hey, Azure, did you know you can't fall off here? Oh, immediately falls off.
There's
Oh.
no really, there's no seriously, it's just immediate.
And we're doing a boss fight at the time. Like it's one of the, it's the I'm sure you've seen us do it. It's the near raid way later on. Azur's done that fight before. She should know that by now. So, I forgot to pick up the button or the key.
I don't do that. I'm the tank.
I was about to say, you're
You
the
don't
tank,
have
you
to.
don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Man.
But just
Open the door
watch-
to oblivion.
Yes.
Never should have come here. Stop, criminal scum.
Dog time.
Pupper,
Ow.
hang-
Oh.
Up.
Hi, buddy.
Sounds like a real dog. Dog.
Okay, my door is slightly ajar because I had someone outside yelling at it.
Was it
I'll
Give
Leonard?
you... Yeah. I was gonna say I'll give you a hint. It was Leonard, but you didn't need the hint.
Can I get a second hint?
Yeah, can I get
Can
a
I-
follow-up?
Can you use it in the form of a sentence?
This little fucker is yelling outside of my door.
What is Leonard for 500?
That is correct.
We don't have Jeopardy over here.
Well,
don't
you
do
still
that.
you still understood the assignment, so
That's true.
Yeah.
You got
yeah.
close.
I've played Jeopardy. I've played more games of Jeopardy than I've watched, actually.
Oh.
I've been on like 2 different VTuber Jeopardy shows.
oh, you and Bruce got frozen. I know Bruce doesn't move a lot anyway, but
Yeah, but
I'm close.
Kara got stuck in a cool pose, and I got stuck like at a half JoJo, like Dio
Picking
bend.
your nose.
that's the
Oh,
coolest
that's pretty
pose.
cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I feel like any JoJo pose is typically... Actually, no, that's not true. Some of them are really goofy.
That's true.
Who's everyone's favorite JoJo The Bizarre Adventure character?
Oh, that's
Who's everyone's
tough.
favorite
Ooh, that's
JoJo,
tough.
first off?
Josuke. Part 4
Josuke is pretty
Josuke.
good.
I'm a big Joseph fan. I cheat on my wife.
Oh crap! I'm way out of position. It's gonna hurt. No, I'm good. I made it.
I got froze again.
Yes,
Oh,
those
yes.
and the discolored pillars will explode and freeze.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so some of them are fake pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may want to use defensive, so I can't raise the healer because I'm frozen too.
I'm dead.
Okay, well this is a wipe then.
I
Well, it's
boobied.
my turn. Oh no! Don't you? It's not. Is it a cleave? Yeah.
I don't know if it's a cleave, but I'm bringing it to you anyway.
I boobied.
So in that second phase, when they are purple, those are the ones you want to avoid because they will blow up before you can use them as shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what happened to you guys. You got blown up, and then that happened.
And that's
What
okay.
about side characters? Who's everyone's favorite JoJo side character?
Oh God, I don't know. There's so many.
There are so
Uh-uh.
many. Like that's.
I asked this question and I need to figure out my answer to it.
I kind of like. I can't remember her name, but I know her stand, Love Deluxe, which is also from Part 4. Part 4 is my favorite part, like period. That's where all my favorite JoJo characters are from. I
It's
also
a
really
really
like
good
the
part, though.
stupid best friend. I think his name is Okayasu. Who has the
Yeah.
most busted ass stand, but has no brain cells to use it,
To how
and
to
so he
use it,
never.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
All he
fun.
does is
It's
he
like-
uses it on the air to make things come closer to him.
Yeah, so he can do the stop hitting yourself bit, and it's like you realize that you could literally cleave a person in half and they would never recover.
Yeah.
You
His
can erase
stand is
anything
so
with a
broken.
touch,
Yeah.
but you don't know how to use it. Like, oh my god.
He doesn't know how to use it for anything than hit you in the face and then laugh at you and then push you over and then hit you in the face and laugh at you and push you over, like, eternally.
Part 2 is my favorite part, and I do like Caesar a lot.
Caesar's good.
Yeah, I really like Kakyoin from Part 3.
That's so valid.
But I think my favorite side character has to be Rohan from Part 4. I think Rohan's my favorite part of Part 4. I was not as enamored with Part 4 or 3 as most people are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm liking Part 5 a lot more than both of them so far. But
That's
I need to finish
fair.
Part 5. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the picture of Araki, the artist, that he drew of himself hugging Rohan, where they're both just looking at the camera.
Rohan, totally not a self-insert author character.
Totally not a self-insert who he totally does not want to kiss. He's never ever thought about kissing one of his own cartoons.
He is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of the least straight things I've ever experienced.
Yes.
Very.
Yeah. Yeah, that author is a bisexual icon for sure.
You can't have a Gucci collab in your like battle manga and then turn around and be like, all the characters are 100% heterosexual all of the time. And I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Also, please buy their canon Gucci purse.
I can't get away from it when they blow up fast enough. I think it's... I do suffer, I must admit, I do suffer from NA server lag. I need to get out of circles like a good second before they actually blow up, or else I take the damage. I think I just need to preempt it. I don't need to be standing on the pillar, right? I can stand backwards.
Once the attack has gone off, like once the animation is actually happening, you can move and you won't get hurt.
Yeah. It like I have the same problem a lot too, and even though like I'm like NA side, it's just sometimes about knowing when the attack's technically going and when the animation's still going, because they're not always the same thing.
That is less ping between fuck.
You want to come over here, Car, to us?
I'm running.
You have plenty of time.
There is less ping between UK
The attack
and
is over now, so you can move.
East Coast than there is between West Coast and East Coast.
There you
That's
go,
so
you get
weird.
it. It is weird.
I'm sorry I interrupted you. I saw a moment. It's okay.
No, it's okay.
We saw a teachable moment.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cruel and unusual do you think it would be to see a Sprout in a dungeon taking their first tank buster and then like running into it and also taking it and then being in chat like you did this?
You fucked up.
Yeah. And then going in
this?
immediately and being like, I'm dead because of you. How could you?
I'm a big fan of emotionally gaslighting Sprouts.
Sorry, Bruce, I'm keeping the healer alive.
No, it's okay. They deserve it.
Can you off heal as that class?
I
Yes.
can.
That's pretty neat.
I do have
useful.
I do have a singular healing spell.
I always like that playing Elemental Enhancement Shaman, just being able to like, fuck, spend all of my mana to heal up someone who needed it during sketchy parts of the fight.
It is handy to have. I can't heal well, so if I'm stuck healing, there's a problem, but...
I'm pulling this to the middle. Every time those fucking things have fallen down, so far, it's been the opposite end of where I'm standing to run to. And I've had to use my sprint every time, and now I'm standing in the middle. I'd have to... I'm thinking... I'm using my brain. I'm doing it!
You're doing it.
You're doing good. Most tanks, I find, will take a boss and stick him in a corner, butt out, so that a DPS who have positionals can more easily do them. Okay, this time I will heal you, Bruce.
It's okay. It happened again. I look like I'm in the middle of a heated argument with a stranger.
Okay. Well, after this, Bruce, I am using the limit break, so...
Okay.
I was the closest this time.
Wait a second. I'm the highest DPS. I should limit break.
Well, then you limit break, then.
My parse is the highest. I should be allowed to use the limit
Wait, how
break.
do you guys know? How do you guys know that your DPS is the highest?
My class just has a generally higher parse than...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, is there... Do we secretly have recount, and we're just we're just pretending that we don't have it? You know, like wink, wink. No, there's no recount in Ba Sing Se.
While it is true there are people who do still have the recount, it is a mod you could add. FF14's thing has always been with it. They don't want you to use it, but they won't ban you unless you start becoming a dick about it.
Oh, so I can use recount? There's a recount add-on I can use this game?
Yes. As long as you don't make a big deal out of it. Like, I don't use any mods at all. Like, Yoshi P, just so you know, I don't use any mods at all. But
I mean, you guys use the photo thing.
No, I don't. I use a regular G pose.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I could feel that he's like, shut the fuck up.
Oh no, I mean, I legitimately, I just use regular G pose and then I added it on my phone.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, you technically can get a mod working. Like I said, they don't like it, but as long as you're not being like abusive with it, like if you go into a dungeon and someone's not.
Listen, I can't remember the last time I used the output feature of recount to shit on someone. That's not what recount is for.
I understand that. Like, I'm not saying you would, but I'm just saying that tends to be. That's how people get in trouble with recount, is when they start yelling at people for not doing well enough. Then it's just like, oh, I see, you're being a shithead. Now you're in trouble.
Oh, I'm just
Now
imagining
you're gonna
like
get it.
I'm just imagining like a dungeon, right? And someone's like, "Hey, Black Mage, could you do some more damage? Your damage is kind of low."
Sorry, I have to stop for a second. Cheeseburger Swaggins. That name's going in the people of Eorzea.
That's Ross.
What?
That's not that.
It's a good name. I like that name.
Yeah, but that's not how it's pronounced.
Wait, did I say the name of the world one
Yeah,
again?
you did say it wrong, but also it's 2007 was a long time ago. We don't have to laugh at cheeseburgers anymore.
Well, you know what? I'm still giving this guy the nod. It is all right. He can cheeseburger if he wants a cheeseburger.
I have been seeing so many 2007 humor nostalgia posts on TikTok, and they make me so embarrassed for our entire generation.
God.
I mean,
but some of them are kind of funny.
I mean, like, they're funny to look back on, but it's just like, God, when we were that age, when we were the age that Gen Z are now, like, it's not even comparable how funny they are compared to us.
It's a whole nother level. Like, they're on some serious shit.
They're geniuses. They're actual fucking comedic geniuses. I can't even fathom. Go on.
So I'm gonna interrupt you for a second, since we probably have a moment when we're doing it. Do we want to queue in for something else, like a trial or leveling, God forbid?
Yeah, do you want to queue for another roulette?
I could do another roulette if you guys want to. This is Bruce's stream. Bruce is a shark who makes all the rules.
I'm just a fucking fish.
I just wanted to step in and be like, before we get onto this.
If you want, we can queue for one more roulette. I think we can do trials, which will be like a decent length of time. Yeah, we can do trials. And then if you want, we can swap to Monster Hunter. I'll leave that up to both of you to think about it.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Damn, Bruce, nice fit.
Thank you.
What's the occasion?
It's the Make It Rain gambling event. So when I go to the gambling place, everybody's wearing the bunny costume, and I feel like I should wear it too.
Man, are humans the only race with zero ass?
Oh no, the 2B pants
ass.
that you can get. This is the 2B underwear that you can get from the raid. It just adds one in. Like the piece of gear is just giving you a butt. So
if you were to take it off, would your butt shrink?
Yes.
That's amazing. The spirit of 2B lives so strong. That's incredible.
Just like, there's a jacket that you can get that makes you look like the Manderville man. I don't remember what it's called, but you can get his jacket. And the jiggle physics on that jacket for my character, for some reason, are like way off the charts. And I don't know why it is. Wearing that particular outfit set is like, by the way, when you wear this, you get a 10% titty buff, but it happens.
Hey, if only it was that easy. If only you could like change an outfit and you would have bigger titties.
You can go to there's a 1 in a million chance that when you go to buy like a padded bra at the store, you will get a massive titty buff, and then you'll just have to like keep that one particular bra in like cold storage forever and the occasion that you need it, because you can't wear it out too much.
That's the Wonder Bra effect.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been push-up, but I feel like that's just a push-up bra that fits, though. That's not a 1% chance boost. That's just a well-fitted. Have you ever been for a fitting?
I have been one time.
I think that's the key. The key to surprise, surprise. The key to getting a bra that fits is to go get fitted. That's not some shit I'm doing personally. I would rather be uncomfortable my whole life than be uncomfortable one day. You know what I mean? Like that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer decision. But yeah. I've seen enough like TikToks and informational videos about the importance of a well-fitted bra to understand what I'm getting in for by disregarding all of that advice.
Yeah.
I understand it's all important advice, but I choose to ignore all of it.
But that would involve me having to have a serious conversation with someone, and I really don't want to do that, so I'm just not gonna.
I mean, there's situations where I like people touching my body and situations where I don't. Massages, good. Anything that's involving inspection or measurement, bad. Right?
Icky.
Like, so doctor, bad.
Yes.
Getting measured for a bra, bad. Somebody rubbing the nice oils into my back, good.
Oh, the machinist is wearing the big titty top. The top that adds jiggle physics.
The titty's out.
The bunny.
So what do I need to do here? Oh, I need to put my tank stance on. Or do I?
No, the other tank has their stance on, so if you want to keep it off, you can.
Okay. Do we swap aggro on this?
You shouldn't have to on Titan.
Just because he's easy?
If you really want to be a pain in the ass to the other tank just to have fun, you can turn your tank stance and provoke him and just, like, fuck that other guy.
Well, what's my job
just
then?
take
If he's
him.
tanking the bot, are there ads that I can take?
No, you can just DPS.
What?
Unfortunately, during some of these earlier trials, there is no ad phase, like, just because it's trying to get people into it. So, like, the off-tank usually just has to end up DPSing.
Okay, I'm just going to assume that I'm the least geared and knowledgeable tank, and I'm just going to DPS. I think that's fair.
Yes.
We have a samurai that's floating off in space AFK, so you're doing more DPS than him.
Yeah.
Cool. Yay!
Yeah, I find a lot of these early stuff, these secondary roles tend to be, I don't want to say unnecessary, but you are...
Unnecessary.
You're kind of here in case bad things start happening.
Yeah.
Your plan B.
Like
one of our healers just went down, so I got this one.
There is a theoretical, like, based on sheer numbers hierarchy of who should be doing what, but I don't care about it, so...
Yeah.
That's only for endgame gamers.
Oh yeah, the metagame only applies to endgame.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's honestly at, like, the hardest levels of endgame as well. Like, even in WoW, if you're going to be like, why are you playing Arcane Mage during, like, a heroic, you're going to get laughed at.
That's kind of my fear about that thing we talked about the other day, that the idea of building in a new role that's, like, not quite DPS, but more force of support is going to get, like, laughed out the door by the average WoW player. Not the raiders, but, like, the lower tier folk. The
average WoW player are raiders. I mean, I guess you get the mythic plus perk heroes nowadays, but I don't know. I think there's so much. The WoW community has so much. It depends what server. Really depends on what server you play on. I've only ever played on hardcore raiding servers, and the amount of knowledge that is available to those communities, they just know the game at like that information disseminates as well, very quickly. So if that class is like, oh god, everyone's dying. Oh god.
I think that if a buff character is added correctly, then I think that a buff character just becomes like a staple. But I think that a lot of people are just afraid to give a buff character like a significant buff. Like, that's the problem. Like, you can't just make a buff character and be like, oh, 5% extra damage every 30 seconds when using this skill. Like, you have to, like, really give them something to do. And that makes a class that feels important and can be important, you know?
Oh, okay.
As was.
I forgot about this guy's cone.
You don't never forget about the cone. Cone is life.
About the cone.
I think it was Rift that had tank, healer, DPS, and support as four different roles.
I think so.
Rift was a cool game. Still somewhat active, I think.
I think it's still active, yeah.
Cool fucking game. The talent trees of that game, man. So cool.
Okay, that other healer just can't stay alive. Oh.
That's fine.
I'm casting as fast as I can, Big Titty Bunny. I swear. There you go.
Can't let her down.
I'm sorry, my queen.
Well, everyone's back alive. How many reses have we used? Like 6?
Yeah.
Something like that. Well, each healer has one, and because I'm technically like a half healer, I have access to one as well.
Damn.
So.
Damn.
Yeah, Red Mage and Summoner have free heals that they can offer, and free reses.
The heals aren't great, but you know, when it's between that and dying, you know.
I mean,
the button's there.
Like big ups to Red Mage. Red Mage also has the ability to cast res instantly with no wait time.
Oh,
But that's just because they're a banging class, and it turns out Red Mage is very fun to play and very easy.
What does Red Mage do? Aesthetically, like what are they throwing at people to hurt them?
Well, Red Mage's gimmick is effectively their kind of every class rolled into one. They are a black mage. They're also a white mage. They're also kind of like a fencer.
Yeah, I have a red mage with some okay drip. I could change my drip. Hold on.
I want to see drip.
Basically, the idea is that you will start out in range. You'll cast you'll go back and forth with spells, kind of like Balance Druid to give you an idea. And then once you built up enough energy, that's when you move in for your big melee stuff. You go ha 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 like a cool fencer, and then you flip away to repeat the process.
Oh, is this the Red Mage fit?
Yes.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
This one's a bit silly. This one's a bit goofy. I have a little guy.
Do you
have the Moogle sword? That's right.
So there's like a
you
range.
You have so many outfits. Look at all of your outfits.
I have so many terrible little outfits.
Your outfits are cool. They're not terrible.
They're dreadful little costumes for special occasions.
Where's my red mage? I went with the more elegant red mage. Oh, yes.
But a red mage has a casting phase, then it has a deep, like a melee attack phase.
That sounds neat. That sounds very neat.
And they also have a mechanic called dual cast, where you hard cast one spell that takes a long time. So like you cast like Blizzard or Fire 1, which takes a while, but then your second spell you cast for free right away. So it's all about like going in and out between different phases, like juggling which phase you're on and which you're not.
And you say it's fun? Is Red Mage fun?
I think it's
Red
fun.
Mage is fun.
Okay. I like fun. I've played some not fun classes in this game, and that makes me very interested in the fun ones.
You go on a wacky adventure with like a slightly elderly cat gentleman and a girl you find in a box, and then you fight vampires, and then everyone for some reason wants to hit the cat man with a steel chair. I have no idea what that's about.
Okay. Yeah.
I skipped a lot of the dialogue, dude.
What did you just say?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is Red Mage a level 1 class, or is it like an expansion class?
It's an
at 50,
expansion class. Yeah.
No, if it's 50, if it's a Heavensward one, I don't think so, because 50 is Machinist, Astrologian, and Dark Knight.
Well, let's see.
Let me check.
FF14 Red Mage unlock. Red Mage introduced with Stormblood and locks at level 50. It's one of 3 non-limited matches.
Okay.
It's not of a base class. The nice thing about it is, though, is I'm pretty sure that you don't. It's not like the other set where you have to wait to get to a specific point in the story to get them. If you own Stormblood, and you get to level 50, you can just go unlock it because they changed.
Where would I do that?
They
I
changed
believe
that
it's
with
Olda?
Samurai, Red Mage, and Dancer.
Oh, I've seen Samurai around. I haven't seen Dancer.
I love playing Dancer. I like playing
Dancer's
Dancer,
pretty
but
cool.
I acknowledge that Dancer is the class for stupid babies who want to dress up pretty and to play Simon Says.
That's not true.
It's kind of true.
It's kind of true, yeah.
I pick a Blorbo on the
Mythical
field,
Request.
and I'm like, you do damage for me. And then I, like, play Simon Says while they, like, get way better DPS than me.
Here it is. You'll head to the Steps of Fall area in Ulda and look for a quest NPC called the Distraught Lass. She's distraught. She has a quest for you if you hadn't guessed. The quest, Taking the Red, takes you around to eventually unlocking the class.
Oh, hang on. Do I already have that quest then? Hold on 1 second. What's
Then
the
I can
first
show
quest
you
called?
all these pictures of people hitting the quest giver with a steel chair, and maybe you can explain that to me.
It's called Taking the Red.
Oh. Why do I don't have that then? I don't really have Stormblood. It's like you can't not have it, right?
Pretty sure.
Stormblood.
Way of the Samurai is locked. Interesting. Why is that locked? Do I not have... Why is Way of the Samurai locked?
Do you have to make a certain level of progression? Because I know some quests are like, you don't have to make progression, but you need to unlock a certain other class.
The only thing that these classes require, I remember, is completing the MSQ quest Ultimate Weapon at the end of Realm Reborn.
Yeah. I don't have Stormblood installed and registered, but the only expansion I can buy from the shop is Endwalker, so I just assumed I had Stormblood and Shadowbringers already.
You must not, then.
Does Endwalker unlock all of them?
Yeah. It does the same thing WoW does, where once
you just have to
purchase-
buy the most recent one.
Mm-hmm.
and they all kind of fold in.
So Heavensward is just kind of like included. Maybe I just have Heavensward then.
Heavensward, I
Is that
believe, is
basically-
included with the base game at this point.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So I'm gonna have to buy. So here's a question I didn't mean to ask. Endwalker is £15 right now on Steam. Is there any way I can take a purchase on Steam and transfer it to not Steam?
I have no idea, but if you can find out, let me know, because I would love to.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure no, but
Oh, because it's 30 quid in the Final Fantasy store. I was wondering.
I know, it's 50%. It's like 50% off on Steam to buy the whole like thing right now. And part of me is like, that's such a good deal. And Square is
so
even
good.
advertising the deal on their website. If you purchase
I got
it
an
through Square.
email. I got an email
Yeah.
from Square Enix saying it's 50% off on Steam. I was wondering, they have their big like BlizzCon soon, right?
Yeah, and
Where
I'm
they're
really
gonna
hoping
announce the
that they
next
have
expansion.
a discount at that time.
Yeah, because like if I finish Heavensward, I'm gonna need to buy it to keep going. So like, it's now or never. Well, you know, like yeah. When is that? What is it called? Final Fantasy Fest?
I believe that's
don't
what it's
know.
called. Yeah.
Lockwood there.
Locke always knows.
Yeah, Locke has more brainworms than you guys, I think.
Yeah.
Locke is. You know
Locke's
what?
got the technical rainworms, the advanced
Yeah,
high level.
yeah. In the int brainworms, you have the I don't even know, charisma brainworms. I don't even.
I guess.
I'm trying to give you a consolation prize here. I think.
I appreciate it.
Do we want to hunt some monsters?
We could have
Yeah,
some
we can have
monsters.
some monsters.
Bruce has just found a bench and has just sat down on a bench right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you're here.
Oh,
Wait, were you
yeah.
following me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was being escorted. Oh my god, it's like the CIA tale.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, you're
we
both
just
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where if you're in a party and you teleport, we get to follow you for free.
Oh, I see. I see. Is your character okay and older? I feel like you would set on fire.
I don't know. Technically, I think the one place my character is not okay in is Ishgard, but that's for like racist reasons.
Yeah. No, that does check out from what from what I've seen so far. Do you guys have lore for your characters?
I do not.
Are you asking me if my character's a special little scrungly? Because the answer to that question is of course.
I want to know the lore. I'm proto. So there was this one quest. Go away. Fuck off. You're not part of the group.
What are you glamming? Are you casting a glamour plate right here in front of me on my live stream?
This person's not real. Look.
You're censoring this.
I'm the sticker in front of Mike Wazowski.
The Final Fantasy event you were talking about is just called the Fan Fest.
Fan Fest. Cool.
Yeah.
So what was I saying? Oh yes, my character's lore. So I know she was a pirate, and there was this quest when I started the ninja storyline in the Rogues Guild where they asked me if I was a pirate, and the only option is to say no, and I was like, okay, but I'm lying.
You're deep undercover.
Yeah. So she was a pirate captain before, but I don't have any like anything. Bruce, show me how it's done. What's the lore? Give me the rundown.
My special little scrungly. I really like the male horns, but the horns are gender locked because this game has some kind of beef with me. So I like to draw her with the little curly male horns because I think they're cuter. I frequently draw her kissing a cat boy.
Hey, Kara, what do you think of my magnificent hat?
And your lore is that you have a cool hat.
I'm not gonna lie, I like this guy's hats better. Your hat's cool. Your hat's cool, but you said, what do you think of my hat? And I looked around and I saw his hat first, and then I saw yours, and I was like,
he's got a hat and also a weasel, so he's like way ahead of you, dude.
Oh, yes. He's got a ferret. I love ferrets. I want a ferret.
He does have a pet ferret.
I do like the color. I like the color.
I think he's a monk, I want to say. He's a monk, yes.
So, Bruce, I asked you what your character's lore was, and you started saying how you like the horns on the boys better.
Yeah.
And I don't think you answered my question.
No,
is it forbidden
I didn't.
knowledge? Is it sealed in a vault?
I think it's sealed forbidden knowledge. I think I am deflecting. It's hard to talk about your precious little scrungly. How do I voice words about my precious little lizard?
You have a God-given right to keep that shit locked tight and be only for you. That is the whole point of OCs, as far as I understand. They're for you, first and foremost. They're your little guys, your little stories, you know?
Yeah, but I have drawn like 6,000 pictures of her and posted them on the Final Fantasy Discord server. If you want to look at them,
I've seen a lot of your art. You draw your character. I mean, you draw amazing, cute scrunglies all the time, but your Final Fantasy character is no exception. I
frequently draw her as just a fucking lizard, like an animal, and I feel like that's very appropriate.
Yeah. We know you like being a lizard.
Yes.
That's
a fair amount of my character.
Repeatable and demonstratable. Bruce likes to be a lizard.
Yes. Why
the
wouldn't
size
you?
is variable. The size is variable.
Yes.
Sometimes the lizard is small, sometimes the lizard is big.
Allow me to disband the party. Yes.
Apologies, I had my roommate come to the door with the PlayStation 5.
Oh, for free?
Nice. The tribute.
No, he was going to return it to me. He's like, well, I'm not going to get to play it tonight. And I'm just like, well, I know you're going away on the weekend. Just hold on to it till Friday, because I don't need it tomorrow anyway, because I'm doing a different thing. I won't need it. So that way he can finish FF16 quicker, and I can get the thing back on a full-time basis.
Okay.
To you, oh House King, I present a PlayStation 5. I hope this gift is
I am not
acceptable.
the House King. I wish I was the House King, but no.
You're not the House King?
I am not. I'm just the guy who owns technology and a tremendous amount of debt. So I missed for a second. What are we doing?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunty.
We're switching to
transition to Monster
Monster Hunter. Yeah. I think we should take it in turns to pick out what things we want to kill and smash and destroy.
Yes.
For weapons and stuff, but also the next frontier is master rank.
Mhm.
So me and Ez, we might as well do like start that shit around the same time. Because we're kind of essentially in the same place at the end of like Ez, you need to finish high rank for sure.
Yeah, I've got to find the last 3.
Yeah, and then it's Xenojiva after that. So there's really not a whole lot left to do.
Yeah, like we did one of them already. We did the one that's boring, Kisladora. And we'll just have to find the tracks for the other 2.
Yeah, so me and Bruce, we can take it in turns to pick monsters we want to kill in the zones that you need to investigate.
That would be what I would say, yeah.
And then you can run off and do the investigations, and then once you're done, you can do the quests and then call us in.
Yeah, that would be the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm just booting it up now.
Booty!
I am too.
Booty,
I had
booty,
to
booty.
put my scrungly to bed because I feel like that's the only way I can log on.
It's important to take care of your scrungly.
It's important. Like if I log off and like I don't do the little thing where you exit the game by going to an inn, then like, what are they just doing? Standing around like?
Do you think your Final Fantasy character is sad when you're not there? Do you think they miss you and wait for you like a dog?
I know that Grahatia would be sad if when you logged off. He's a sad boy. He's emotionally attached. If you log off, he's probably greatly upset that you disappeared.
Bruce, you should have heard the slander of Grahatia on Lock stream.
No, I know about the slander, and I'm there to say that like it's fine.
Locke is not a Grahatia enjoyer, right?
Yes.
Very much so.
Yeah. Man, I love that we all have our different like scrunglies that we like and don't like in the game.
I'm like the only person that likes Lalafels. I feel both special and like embarrassed about that.
Bruce, can you move my PNG to the other side of the screen right now? I want to be distanced.
Yes.
Thank you.
What the fuck? Listen, Tatara's cool. She's like the one good one.
No, she's not.
You just haven't experienced it yet, Kara.
Yes, I have. I've seen all this stuff. I saw she was like, "Oh, I want to help defend. I want to help defend the team when these mean old men come and they beat up Minfilia over and over again, and I'm just a useless little bitch. So I went and I tried to become a summoner, but then I was shit at it and gave up immediately."
You're so mean.
It's true.
She's trying her best.
But
like, she gave up at the first failure, Ezra. That is not trying your best.
She did get up pretty early. Do you know what the worst part about that is? There's a quest later about a carbuncle that's still out there and nobody's claimed it, and it turns out it's her fucking carbuncle. So she summoned that creature onto this planet and she forgot about it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Awful. She's terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit her with my car.
Don't hit her with your car.
I'm gonna hit her with my car. You can't stop me. You can't stop the moving vehicle.
Well, she could. Maybe she could.
Oh my god! What if Lalafels are like so heavy and dense they're like bollards? Stop a bus in its tracks.
God.
I'm trying to think if there is a single. Oh, there is. There's one Lalafell that I somewhat enjoy, and it's Pippin.
Wait a minute, y'all! You moved me to the side of the screen. I just looked, Bruce. Come on.
I'm just trying to be an accommodating host.
Come on, put me back.
You can. No, I got moved. We were over in that corner, and I got moved over here.
Oh, I thought we were by Bruce when I last looked.
No.
Okay.
Oh no, I moved you to cover the chat box because I needed something to cover the chat box.
That's fair. I am a squarer shape than Kara's PNG, so
yeah. You can put me back with Ezra's.
Okay.
He looks sad over there.
I am very sad because I'm just like, oh.
Just remember. I hope you've learned your lesson about saying good shit about Lalafels in my presence. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again.
You and I both know that is something that's going to happen again.
There is another okay Lalafell though. There's two other okay Lalafells though, but I wouldn't like sit here and be like I stan. They're perfect.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, right?
Yeah.
Because the thing is like, sure, there's like one or two good Lalafell, but you got to think how many fucking Lalafells there's been in the story, and how almost every single fucking one of them sucks so much ass. They're awful. They're the worst little critters. Cretins, I think I was trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at my things.
That's okay.
My decorations. But whenever you're ready, hold on, let me join your session as well.
I need to make up some more.
Well, who's boss?
Well, it should be one of you two because I need stuff in the what is it? Wildspire Waste or Rotten Vale.
Okay. I mean, I'm in the game. I have a session, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I think you have to.
I think I'm in Bruce's session already.
Okay, I'll head over to Bruce's then.
Well, let me check.
Yeah, I am in the same thing with Bruce.
Okay.
I did make the Brachiodios hammer this week.
Ooh.
And some more Brachiodios gear. That's what I've been focused on. And I am a fucking menace currently because its whole thing is triggering the blast effect. So I would like to formally apologize ahead of time if I explode and you're in the immediate vicinity and you get pushed. Because it's not my intention.
This was not my intention.
It's not my intention.
Line session. Friend sessions. There we go. Bruce!
Hello.
Wait, I can make whisker shades? Oh, damn.
Boof.
Yes, hold on.
It's Boof, baby. I know the answer to this, but I have to ask it because I thought it and it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Is It's Bruce Baby supposed to be read with the exact same intonation and intention as It's Britney Bitch?
Sort of, yes.
Amazing. I was expecting a no, but I love this.
No, initially, It's Bruce Baby was It's Bruce Baby, like, I'm back, baby, you know, like an expression. And then eventually it was like, baby? No, baby is my legal last name now. I've changed it.
Yeah, you're the baby. That's Britney, bitch.
It's Britney, bitch. I'm so glad for Britney, by the way. She's thriving.
Yes.
Good for her.
What are your favorite Britney Spears songs?
I feel like a plebeian, but I think the best Britney Spears song is still Toxic.
I was just thinking, like, is there anything I like more than Toxic?
I don't think there's anything I love more than Toxic.
I do like Work Bitch a lot. But it's not really listen music, it's more just like, this music is really fun. You know what I mean? Like
you listen to the song Work Bitch when you have like intention, and you can listen to Toxic like at any time.
Yes, kind of. Yeah.
I guess I can put that.
I feel like there is a Britney song that I really like that's just not coming to me right now, and it's going to really annoy me, and I'm going to be in bed, and I'm going to think about it tonight and realize what it was, and be mad that I didn't realize what it was.
So what you're saying is me and Bruce are going to get that TikTok at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, it's this song!
Oh my god, there was a TikTok I sent to both of you that I found out the hard way was just not available outside of America. And it was a slideshow. Yeah, it was a slideshow of cryptids with exactly what they would order at McDonald's, except it wasn't anything goofy. It was just real shit. Like, it was like a picture of Bigfoot, and it was like, he'd get the Big Mac, obviously.
Like, see, I thought you were pulling my fucking leg. I thought that was the joke. Like, it looks real, and then you slip through it, it doesn't load. It's like, haha.
No, I meant it was like emotionally real. Like, it was like, what does the Flatwoods monster get? Well, obviously she would get a hamburger with no onion.
What's your favorite cryptid?
Oh god, that's a tough one. I kind of like the Loch Ness Monster.
Wow! That's such a good answer. That's such a good answer, yeah. Womanizer!
Womanizer?
Womanizer.
See, it happened a little earlier.
No, I'm literally Googled Britney Spears songs.
Oh.
I've never actually heard Womanizer, just the brief bit of it Weird Al does for one of his songs.
Womanizer.
So I was sitting here this whole
couldn't.
time thinking that you were telling me that there is a cryptid called Womanizer, and I was like, no,
No.
you're not talking about a cryptid. You're talking about a monster hunt called Womanizer, which means...
No, I'm talking about Britney Spears' song called Womanizer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
Something.
Yes. Wildspire Wastes and Dingledale.
Yep, the Rotten Vale. The Poopy Stinky Zone.
That is what I said.
That's what you said. That is what I heard.
This is... Oh, God, I need to kill this, but... It's Ancient Forest. Okay. What do we have? Wildspire. We've got Pink Raffian. I'll always do a Raffian quest. I need those jams, baby.
Need those jams.
Need those
Also,
robies.
I love your little cat there, Bruce.
Thank you.
The cute little Pookie outfit.
He's a poogie.
He's adorable.
He is a Pookie.
So optional quests.
He's so
Pretty
glittery.
pink. There it is.
Oh, he is glittery. With his little tongue, his little Jar Jar Binks toy tongue.
Yes.
Bleh. Look at him.
Do you guys remember those? Do you remember how dirty
Yes.
those used to get? Because they would just like suck up all the filth, like off the carpet and shit. And they would just end up like covered and like not sticky anymore, just covered in like fuzz and dirt.
Yes, and like they get like weirdly grainy.
Yeah. That's a very specific texture.
Yes, it is. Do you think that that's what slime is about? Do you think that that's why people are so like into slime, is because they just want to like live that?
I think people just want to touch sticky things.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been like I'm suffering the consequences of some kind of negative energy in my life, because I have heard the name Jar Jar Binks like 6 times today, and every single time it was completely unrelated.
Oh my god, that's crazy!
That's weird.
It's the Binks frequency.
Yes, it is.
It's the Binks convergence.
It's like one of those things where it's like spiders, Sam spiders, where like the statistic that like you swallow 7 spiders every year, except like, no, you don't swallow 7 spiders every year, but a guy named Sammy Spiders eats 7 spiders, or like 7 times the American average. And that's why the number is so thrown off.
What are
one
you
guy
saying?
One guy's putting in the work.
What are you saying, Bruce? That's one of the most nonsense sentences I've ever heard out of your mouth. I didn't follow a word of it.
There used to be this
Sammy Spiders.
There used to be this like fake fact that was like the average American swallows 3 spiders a year.
Yeah.
And then like there's a very popular Tumblr post that was like, actually, you don't eat 3 spiders a year. There's just a guy called like Sammy Spider, or like Johnny Spiders, and he's actively eating those suckers, and he throws off the average for everybody because he just eats so many spiders.
Okay. I followed. Thank you for bringing it back for me.
No.
I'm gonna do a quick lap, try to find...
Genuinely might have been on my end there, Bruce. Like, just like not absorbing any of the information you presented me.
No, it's okay.
That was a really sick break there.
Irrational set of words.
It did sound like a bit of a fever dream when I was listening to it the first time. I think I just heard the name Sammy Spiders. Now I was just like bewildered and slightly afraid about the concept of this Spider-Man, but like not in the fun way, in like Mr. Spiders.
A man who like eats spiders for a living is definitely not spiders in the fun way. You know what I'm saying?
I've been really into bad 2-sentence horror, so there's been a lot of knife man and knife guy jokes in my life lately, and that's the kind of context I need my Spider-Man to be in.
I went over to my friend's house for dinner, and that's like the first story. And the second line is like, my best friend was called Sammy Spiders.
Sentence 1, I'm so glad I conquered my fear of spiders. Sentence 2, I'm sorry, said the Spiders Man.
That actually is a Spider-Man character.
The spiders man.
Yes.
There's actually there's two technically. I'm gonna get nerdy for a second here, but there is one. Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell Bruce that because it sounds like Bruce doesn't know.
I'll let you. It's your thing. It's your thing.
Okay.
It's your spiders. Tell me about your spiders.
They're your spiders, as.
So one of them is it's a villain he fights called the regular Peter Parker fights called the Thousand. Basically, it's his old high school bully figured out who he was while he was a kid, still learning how to be Spider-Man, and went to go find the spider to get his own powers because he's a bully. He wants to be powerful too, but the spider's already dead.
I remember that. And then he literally becomes like a tarantula that has to like live in people's skin. Right?
Not one tarantula, thousands of spiders, because he eats it. He decides eating it is the best course of action, and well, yeah, he turns into a pile of spiders that has to like skin steal people. It's fucked up.
I like that.
I figured you would.
That's why I know what one that is, because I don't.
And the other one is just the Spider-Man from an alternate universe where this like a hive of spiders eats Peter Parker, but they get all like his like memories and shit. So they decide to put on the spider outfit to do good things. So yeah, there is just a universe where Spider-Man is just in the outfit, and it's just a stack of spiders pretending to be human.
I can't wait for this second Spider-Verse movie where Miles Morales thinks he finally found an ally, and it turns out to just be like a suit full of spiders.
It's just a suit full of spiders. I swear to fuck, if they ever do that,
They'll do that. They have to. It's one of the most famous like Spider-Verse characters that isn't in those movies.
I do hate this knowledge, but I figured I had to share it.
I see the gag right now. He goes to shake Spider-Man's hand, and then the glove comes off, and there's spiders. They start yelling.
There's like TikTok of the woman picking up the nest of spiders, and she's like really like nonchalant about it. Like, what are you doing here? And she just picks up the clump of them. I've seen like 50 different horrified reactions to that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Az.
No, I know. It's the weird thing about being like, I'm a fan of Spider-Man. I've been a fan of Spider-Man for years. It wasn't until I'm older that I realized, why am I a fan of my phobia? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because Spider-Man is a human, and your phobia is of spiders.
True. And so he's like, oh, I'm the people part of spiders. I'm the humanity of all spiders combined.
If it was spider-human, or human spider or something, it was just like, it feels like one of those like you know how like you see like snakes wearing pants and they've like curled up in like the legs, you know?
Yeah.
But it was like a spider with like two legs sticking out of like each pant leg, you know? And that's the Spider-Man. He's a spider. You'd probably hate it.
I do in fact hate the concept of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Man spider.
Man spiders.
Man spiders. I hate spiders. I hate like 99.9% of all insects.
What's your favorite insect? Is it a moth?
The ones that are no longer alive, the extinct ones.
Damn.
This, in fairness, is the answer I expect from Bruce, so.
Yeah, Bruce, you're like... I know a lot of people whose like special interest is like biology and like animals and stuff. I think you're the only one I know with serious beef against significant portions of the animal kingdom.
That's fair.
The thing is, that,
they're
like,
not all gonna be winners. I don't
like,
some of them are gonna be frogs.
Yeah.
Like, your beef comes from like knowledge of like the horrible things these creatures are. A lot of people I know who don't like animals like have some history for it. You're just like, I know that like this shark, is out of example, like eats 6 babies a year, and that's disgusting. Or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just have that horrible fact that's hidden away. Like, here's the logical reason why I dislike this creature.
Actually, one of the sharks that I like the most eats the most human remains of any other animal on the planet.
It's shit like that.
Good for that.
What was it? That horse that like eats animals? Like they eat chipmunks and shit?
Yeah, horses eat small animals.
Did you know this, Kara?
Bruce told me.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, the tail's off.
Yeah, I did that.
Well, good job.
I did that. It was me.
It's my tail. Oh, I did that too.
Ooh.
I love taking credit for the work just by being the last person to touch the page.
Just like in high school.
Yeah. Really takes me back to the male experience, you know.
Getting all the credit by default.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're blowing her up.
Oh yeah. The Switch X just kind of goes crazy. It just does stuff.
I went back to charge Blade Kara. I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
Nobody's perfect.
I tried some of the other weapons and like these are cool and all, but at the same time, I just like having a sword and a shield that I could turn into a chainsaw. Something about that makes me happy.
There's lots of swords in this game that turn into other stuff.
Yeah, but
that's what the Charge Blade does. The Switch Axe does.
Yeah, but yours turns it from an axe to a sword. Mine turns into a chainsaw.
It's all the same shit. It's just different buttons. It's all the same, Az. It's all the same.
But it makes me feel better.
It's all the same.
Yeah, but it's all the same. Like, it's true. Every single weapon in the game is just a monster dick flattener. But, like, it's a different flavor.
No, but that's the Switch and the Charge Blade have the same flavor.
The buttons are different.
It's a great sword with extra steps. That's all it is. The only thing that's different is the buttons.
One is Raz flavored, and the other is Blue Raz flavored. Like, excuse me.
Like, you know what? You're not wrong. You were not. But at the same time,
this is my beef. This is my whole beef with the Switch Axe. It is literally just, it is the exact same shit they did with the Charge Blade. Is the exact same shit they did with the Switch Axe.
I do not have any barrels, so
it's a transforming greatsword.
Let's be honest here. Let's be real. Let's all ground ourselves for a moment and remind ourselves that we all actually just crave Bloodborne, and that's our problem. That's what's happening here.
Admittedly, yes, it would be nice if we all had more transforming the Switch weapons like that.
No, I don't agree. I think I don't want transforming weapons in my game.
Oh, hi, Rathian. Bye, Rathian.
In this game, anyway, I want weapons that are just like why? Okay, instead of adding like
I'm gonna hit the thing now.
A gun lance and a charge blade and a switch axe. Why not like a rapier? That'd be fucking cool, right? Right. Rather than just all of these different flavors of weapons we already have.
I understand that like some stuff just doesn't work because like it doesn't fit the idea that they're going for. Oh, hello, Beetlegoose. Of something that could kill a giant lizard, you know what I mean? Like there is like a level that they have of like, no, of course it's not just a lance, it's a gun lance because you need to be able to like break the hide, or like, oh, it's not just a regular sword, it's a great sword, so you can really knock them out. So like I see that they're like, there's some level of, no, it's not believable for X to be a viable weapon, but well, I mean, it's also a fantasy game where I have a big rock on a stick and I hop on the monster and in slow motion, I, you know, hit him 6 million times for 80,000 damage, but...
Yeah. I just think that Monster Hunter would have been better if the Switch Axe had just been a big axe and not also a greatsword. There is room for it to just be a big axe. We have a big hammer, we have a big sword, you know?
It would make sense for it to be like a hatchet that turns into like a great axe, but not like a great axe that turns into a great sword.
It's almost like it's like the great sword is the obligatory cameo because the executives are worried that if they don't make every new weapon a great sword, people won't use them.
Get out of here, Bizuki, so we can carve this fucker.
World made it so you're both invincible and also like have 0 threat once the thing goes down, which is very nice. Because you don't get interrupted anymore on cards.
Oh, this is more material right there. There we go.
Good change. Good change.
Good change.
All of these things are way before Monster Hunter World, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like the weapon stuff, I think everything World changed was awesome. I have no beef with this game.
0 beef?
0 beef.
0 beef. It's true. Like for every like complaint I have where it's like, oh, this isn't as good as it could be, or I would really like more of X or Y. Like honestly, in the end, I'm still like, yeah, but I would still put another like 400 hours in a Monster Hunter World, and like not really complain about it too much.
Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with Final Fantasy. Like, there's a lot of things that like I've played a lot of MMOs, like not just WoW, like a lot of other MMOs than WoW, and there's a lot of things in Final Fantasy that are kind of like I just don't understand why they are the way they are, but at the same time, it's just good. I'll keep coming back to it, you know?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Like there's like a spectrum of like stuff I love to like stuff I like absolutely hate, where it's like something I can really like, and like as a result I have no passion about it, so I can't complain about the faults, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have Monster Hunter World, I have no notes. Like it's almost like they just I feel like Monster Hunter World was made by a bunch of devs who grew up playing Monster Hunter, and this is their custom Monster Hunter game where they're like, these are all the things I'd change, and these are all the things I'd improve about Monster Hunter, you know? And then they did it all, and it was just like, wow, yeah, you got it, you nailed it. You got it right. Yeah, absolutely. How did we do for the investigation, Ezra?
I think it's about 3/4 of the way there, so we'd have to do another one, unfortunately.
Another one in Wildspire, that's fine.
Yeah.
Bruce, do you want to pick one? Have you got anything you want doing in the Wildspire Waste?
If you want to pick the Wildspire Waste ones, I'll pick the Rotten Vale ones. We'll just divide.
Do you want to do more Val Hazak?
I would love to do more Val Hazak, but I don't know if Ez can do Val Hazak.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so yet.
Put the cart before the horse.
Val Hazak is probably my favorite Elder Dragon in this one. In review, upon review.
Possibly. I'd have to really think about that. Probably Teostra. I think the Teostra is so cinematic and cool. So Anjanath.
He is really good in this game.
Sure,
Anjanath and Wellspire Waste?
Yeah, it's a high rank. High rank's remixing, right? They're all in different areas.
Oh, that's true. I also like Anjanath.
Oops, I set off.
Oh, that's okay. We'll just join you.
You can get... Yeah, okay, cool. I'll wait at camp. It says you guys are waiting to join. Do I have to... Oh, do I have to fire a flare or something?
Oh, no, it's open. You left the quest open, so we can still join.
Yeah, we're just eating food real quick and shit.
Oh, okay, cool. So I don't have to do anything.
No, you're all good.
Cool. Yeah. No,
they never let my cat
so
finish his delicious meal. Let him finish.
I mean, your cat's not going to do anything out there. He's just going to hang out with you.
But he got this lovely meal. Like, I paid for him to have a nice meal. Let him finish his meal.
Well, he's just not... He's not the main... Cook. He's not the main guy, you know? It's about you. I mean, they don't let you finish the meal either.
That's true. They always make me leave lettuce on my plate. Which is fair. I would leave lettuce on my plate in real life. But, like, I paid for it. Yeah.
Are you guys picky eaters?
A little bit.
Particularly? Like,
what's the enemy, Bruce?
Onions.
Okay.
And mushrooms.
Mine's onions, too. Not so much mushrooms, but...
Oh no, mushrooms are so good. I do understand, though, why people don't like mushrooms, because they are so different than other foods. But, oh, they're so good.
I'm just disgusted by them, like, in a concept and theory.
the concept is horrifying.
The
I will
concept
admit.
of mushrooms
Yeah.
is just so icky. It's just like there's no way I'm ever gonna eat that. There's no way that was God meant for that to be edible. Let me tell you.
Well, let me tell you something. If God meant for me to eat it, he wouldn't have made it a nightmare.
That always reminds me of the meme where it's just like it's like a jalapeno with like the cry face, like, no, you're not supposed to eat me. I don't taste good. The other side, normal face, ha, spicy food, go burr.
That is funny. That is a really ironic twist of nature that like plants. But wait, what did they develop caspation for? Because like surely like plants want to be eaten, right?
It's
That's
a
how
repellent.
they reproduce.
No, it's a repellent to protect the fruit before it's like fully mature.
Oh.
Yeah, like to prevent like.
So they're spicier when they're unmature.
I think they're
And then
spicy
they-
their whole life, but the whole thing is like now not every animal is going to eat them, and if they do eat them, especially when the plant is still developing and it's still like really vulnerable, they'll be like, "Ew, I didn't like that. It was too hot. Ooh, that hurt me."
Interesting. Is that why like green peppers are bitter and not as nice as like red peppers? But red
Maybe.
peppers are sweeter.
Ooh,
I think so.
I don't know because I didn't realize until you just said something right now that green and red peppers are the same goddamn pepper,
Yeah.
just at different ages.
I got a biology fact on Bruce. I'm so happy. So are orange peppers. It's all the same bell pepper. It's just different forms of redness.
just-
You
Oh
have
my
stumped,
God.
You've stumped.
But then
me
how
on this
come when I get a green pepper, it doesn't turn red in my refrigerator?
I have thought this as well. I think it's how long they stay on the vine.
Oh, like it's a vine
I
ripening
think.
thing. Okay.
I think so. It has to be because I know that they're the same.
Okay,
Like a tomatillo versus like a regular tomato. It's just a green tomato.
Oh, well, what did you say? A tomatillo?
Isn't that what it's
Yes.
called? Like a green tomato when it's still got some of the like vine on it, and it's like tomatillo.
I have
I've
no
never heard
idea.
this before. No.
Me neither.
I don't know what you're cooking, Bruce. I'm sorry.
So I
I
have-
don't know what I'm cooking either. I'm just guessing. I'm just
So
putting
I-
shit in the pot.
It's going in the pot. I have completed the investigation now, so it's all good
Okay.
for this area. So we just have to kill this monster, then we can go home.
Nice.
Let's whip this guy's ass.
The
Let's
smack
whip-
is pretty.
This nasally T-Rex motherfucker.
I like him.
He's good.
He's very good.
He is.
My only complaint, my only note, nothing to do with the monster. I just think I wish he had been a higher rank monster.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He should have been more than just like a goon.
Yeah, and he's like, you fight him so early. You fight him before you even go to like the Wildspire Waste. So he's like a total pushover. He's like the same as a Baroth.
Yeah,
He is-
basically,
he's-
basically he's just a big Barrow.
Yeah,
You
like
know, he's barely bigger than a Pookie Pookie.
he's that monster you're supposed to like be get trounced on really early on, but then it's eventually just like, oh, I can take this I can take this guy.
Yeah, the previous cover monsters of Monster Hunter games have all been much bigger deals than this guy is.
Is it Nergigante on the cover, not Anjanath?
Oh, it depends on the version of the game you get.
I think it's actually Rathalos. I'm picturing the Monster Hunter World cover right now, and isn't it Rathalos on the cover of this game?
Hold on, I'll have to check on Steam. I
Yeah,
feel like
that-
I feel like I'm being gaslit because I feel like I do remember a version of the game with Anjanath on the cover.
Well, he is kind of the cover monster of the game because he fills that role in the story almost.
He's the
of dude-
first serious monster that you encounter that like the game says like he's not for you. You know what I mean? Like Anjanath shows up and like chews up another monster and then throws him at you, and then the guy at the beginning is like, "Hey, don't fuck with that guy because he will crush you. Like,
And then
stay
the
away
quest
from
says you
him."
have to run under his feet and get to the village gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they even give you when you see him for the first time in the wild, they even give you the tutorial on how to use the dung pot on him because they say, go away from him, he will get you. You know what I mean? Like, they really hype him up
Yeah.
as like,
They do
hey,
treat him
he's
as
gonna
big
be a
bad.
serious hazard, yeah.
Yeah. And then like 2 seconds later you're fighting him. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you have a green sharpener's weapon now. You're ready to fight an Anjanath.
And you're like, what? And it's like, go get him, champ.
Go get him,
Go
buddy.
get him, baby. I know you're still on your starting gear, but you can probably do it. Uh-oh. Oh, he's gulping me! He's gulping me!
Oh, you're getting bored.
I'm getting gulped.
Meow, meow,
Meow. Meow.
meow. Meow.
Leonard heard that and got real confused for a second.
Meow, Leonard, meow.
Meow, meow, Leonard. Meow.
Meow, Leonard, please. Speak to me.
Poor guy. We figure he jumped off something that was too high for him the other day, because we noticed the other day he had a limp.
Put tinfoil on shit, and he'll be so scared he won't make any jumpies.
Is it because it crinkles?
Because it's crinkly and it's noisy when you step on it. Like, if you're a cat, like, you don't expect it to be, like,
Crinkly
make that
noisy.
crinkly sound, yeah.
Yeah, bad crinkles.
Yeah, but we saw him limping, and we're just like, oh no, is he okay? And he appears to be fine now. He's not limping anymore, but he's not...
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It was touch and go for like a day there, because it's just like, oh no, he limped pretty bad. And, you know, he's not a young cat. He's not like... So it's like, oh no. Is this a bad sign? And it's like, thankfully...
He twisted his ankle jumping down off the cabinet.
Yes.
We actually
Maybe
did-
if you don't want baby to get hurt, you should put snacks on counter so baby can get them without hurting himself.
Well, what it is we think the thing he jumped off is down in our basement. We have like a little like three-tiered shelf kind of thing where we keep all of like our bulk extra stuff. Like there's extra toilet paper down there. There's the extra jar of peanut butter because we go shop at Costco and shit like that. We think he was up on the highest shelf in there, but there's nothing up there for him to eat. So I don't know why he thought was something that was up there for him to eat. And we figure he jumped down from that and just...
Sometimes cats just like being high up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like being the tallest thing in the room. They really like that, actually.
Yeah. Like, his snacks are above the fridge. He knows they're above the fridge. I don't know why he never goes for those. He could definitely reach top of the fridge if he wanted to.
Maybe because he's been yelled at before and he's like, I'm not going to let anybody yell at me.
They didn't say I couldn't climb... Ah! Here. Oh, I need to not be here because I'm about to get munched.
I'm getting my booty eat. Two monsters tag teaming me. I might be going down here. I'm dazed. Raffian's on top of my Grundle. Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
I spooked him. He doing good DPS before, so I wanted to keep him around.
He was
I'm totally fine sometimes when they show up. If they're not overbearing, you know, sometimes it's actually good because you can get like materials off them and they do good damage.
Oh yeah, they do crazy damage.
It just depends how hyper they are and like if they're just gonna be a bit too wild and rowdy.
Like, okay, I don't know if you hit both of them with that dung pod, Bruce, but they both ran off to the same place.
Well, let's see if we can get a Diablos in the mix. See if we can get a third boy up in here.
A third boy has hit the Wildspire Wastes.
Diablos has entered the chat.
If I was in a Discord call and like pinged and like a picture of Diablos with someone's icon, I would just leave.
Yeah, I feel like Diablos would. Diablos is definitely the monster in Monster Hunter that would say a slur.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, don't ask me why. Don't like interrogate why I think this is like, the person. But like, I for some reason think that Baroth would say just like the most obscene gamer shit for whatever reason.
Possibly.
Like my brain just says like Baroth would say a slur, or like a microaggression.
Microaggression, I like that.
Oh, Basil Goose.
Yeah, he's rowdy. He can leave. By the way, you dung pod the it's slightly counterintuitive, but you dung pod the one that you want to leave.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was doing. I figured Bruce might have hit them both because it looked like she fired 2 earlier.
Yeah, I did fire 2. Oh, Gesundheit.
And that happens. We got the Schneasels.
Yes.
You gotta
What would
sneeze.
Basilgi say as he enters the chat? What would be his thing?
I feel like he would just scream like, Like, you know those people, like old school gamers back in the day who would have the terrible quality mics but would always scream into it and beat the shit out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was friends with at least one of those people.
I was that person. My fucking $10 headset on Ventrilo.
Oh, fucking Ventrilo.
Oh. Yeah.
What the fuck is that noise? Oh, it's the little...
It's a
Little
bird.
birdies.
Oh, birdies.
If Diablos is in the area and you trigger the birdies, he'll jump out of the ground and like.
Oh, they
yell
do a
at them.
sonic bomb. Cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
That's pretty
I
fucking
like
neat.
that. Come on, break that tail. Yeah!
Good
Yes.
job.
I used my white woman powers of manifesting to make that happen.
You used your privilege for good?
I feel like that could be the name of a Mr. Beast video. Using my privilege for good, like.
Might not be the name of them, but that's the that is the content of them.
Yeah. Have you seen the website that generates free Mr. Beast thumbnails for you?
I thought that was like an add-on for your.
It's a Chrome extension that puts Mr. Beast into every YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah.
I still have never seen a Mr. Beast video.
Oh, me neither.
I have never. Actually, no.
I
have
didn't
seen
realize
this
he
one.
was as big as he was. Like, recently I saw like a Who's Top on YouTube. I still thought it was PewDiePie.
Oh no.
You know, he's like 7.
Yeah, PewDiePie's dropped off.
He did say a couple slurs.
Well, yeah, but he got away with those and then became the #1 guy. He was like, he said the slurs before he did the like race to 100 million thing, so that really didn't impact his career at all.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
true.
it did no such thing.
It impacted YouTube as a platform because they lost advertisers, but PewDiePie was fine.
Go to sleep, you son of a bitch. Thank you.
Go to sleep, go to sleep. If your pet started talking to you, if you woke up tomorrow and your pet was speaking to you in perfect English,
I would go back to bed. I'd be like, nope.
Okay, and then you wake up, and it's Leonard, and he's saying, "Father, you must arise."
Father, please.
I am sorry to report that this is reality, Father. You cannot escape this.
It's one of those things where my next thing would be to text my therapist to be like,
Yo, is this cat talking? Can you hear this? Put the cat on the phone. Oh, but he gaslights you. Like, whenever someone else is around, he's like, meow, meow.
Then my therapist is like, we're going to have a talk about this next week, as and it's like, no, I swear to God, it's happening.
And then the cat is like, you mustn't tell her about my powers.
It's one thing for you to be like, hey, what if your beloved pet talked to you in the morning, and another thing to be like, oh, by the way, your pet has always wanted to gaslight you, and this is actually just part of its like power fantasy. It's a whole nother scenario.
Bruce, what if your scrunkly dog had like an English gentleman's voice?
I would believe that the scrunkly middle dog that we have, Rocky, would have like a gentleman voice, and I believe that he would be very rude to me. I do believe.
It'd like kind of do like a Stewie Griffin thing, like, wench, fetch me the num-nums.
Yes.
Fetch me mine treats in mine bowl.
I must be fed. I demand it.
I demand scritches. Okay, one moment.
Open the window. I must command the neighbors. I beg of you.
If a billionaire approached you and said, I have a job offer for you.
Yes.
I want you to just be silly. Just be a silly little guy, and at the end of the month, I will transfer money into your account based on how silly you were that month. Would you take that?
Yes, I would. I would be the silliest I've ever been. Can I tell my friends and family that I'm being paid to be extra silly, or is it part of the deal that I have to just like become
well, I
additionally
mean,
silly?
I don't know. Is that a silly thing to do? I feel like that's pretty sensible. I feel like it's a lot sillier if other people aren't. So, like, at the end of the day, I don't think there's any hard and fast rules. It just affects how much money you make that month.
That's okay. So, like, I can, like, write one sensible email at the beginning of the month and, like, forward it to all people of, like, hey, just so you know, like, I'm just giving you the heads up that, like, I'm going to be extra silly this month. I'm on commission. And I just have to really put my whole heart into this one because, like, it's going to be a big payout as long as I remain committed. Like, I feel like that's...
I think that would affect... I feel like that would definitely lower your total payout than if you didn't do that. If you just went into it with, like, prank show energy on your whole family and it was just, like, a silly little sausage and they had no idea why you were acting like this, that's going to get way more silly bucks into your account than if they were in on it. You know what I mean? So, but then again, it's like, is that worth it to you? You know what you mean? Like, if you can make good enough money with them being in on it, is it worth it then to then go for more, but so like to make your family just sick of you? Like your family and friends are just tired of your shit?
Yeah, right? Like, is it worth it to like damage like permanent relationships, you know, like
Yeah. I think I would maybe want to consult the sponsor and just be like, how much would this cut take? And like I would need to know like how much is this gonna eat into my wage before I committed. And if I was comfortable with the cut. If it was like an 80% cut though, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm going full BAM.
Yeah, I'll explain it later. I'll explain it on the 31st when my paycheck comes in. Yeah. I posted a quest, by the way, for Odogaron Unleashed.
Okay, that's in the Rotten Vale, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking sure. Okay, I have the quest for Teostra the Infernal. So I could.
How's your armor, by the way? Because that guy hits like a freight train.
I'm gonna need to build up my armor before I do anything else. I already know that.
Yeah, you're gonna need to cash out at the end of this, and.
Do you want to catch up to me and Bruce then? Do you want to start looking at what armor you can upgrade to?
Let's just focus on these quests unlocked, and then we can worry about it from there.
That's a good point. That's true. Because this one we can do.
Yeah.
You can probably tank Valhazak because he's not a super heavy hitter. He does debuff you a lot, but Teostra is gonna hit you like a truck.
Oh yeah, he's gonna hit you hard. He's gonna hit you fast.
Yeah. Like I said, I just figured it's best to just do this now since these always take a minute. Then I can figure out my armor. After the fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bruce, are you in Master Rank already? Your hunter name is a different color. How far in are you?
I am up to A Tale of Ice and Fire is the name of the quest. It's to kill
Peter Dinklage?
The Ice Elder Dragon.
Oh, so you're pretty far in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty deep in there. I'm pretty sure there's still like a significant amount of content after this, but I think I'm like Master Rank 4.
Oh, I hadn't realized. I thought you were still fairly early on.
Oh no, I'm beefing up.
You've been going.
I'm beefing.
So how come it was the pickle then? How come the pickle guy was the one you wanted to pull us all in on?
I haven't hunted in like I don't think ever in Monster Hunter World, and I just wanted to.
Oh, you wanted some emotional support for the pickle boy?
Yes.
Okay.
Bruce just wanted to murder the pickle. It's hard to be mad about that.
He's a scary pickle, so I do understand it. He is very intimidating.
He's a scary pickle, but I still want a reversible plush of him that I can like put my hand in his mouth and then pull out like another monster, like flip it around. I think that more companies should hire me to make small creatures of their biggest antagonists.
My God, absolutely. Are you kidding?
Oh, definitely.
I feel like you should be an on-retainer cartoonist for like a silly little company.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I feel like my favorite evil franchises should commission me millions of dollars to ruin their brands forever.
Evil franchises? Like, when you say evil franchises, do you mean like Amazon or do you mean like, I don't know, like Resident Evil?
I mean like Resident Evil.
Okay.
I am imagining a Bruce designed like Mr. X or like the next. It wouldn't be like Mr. X; it'd be like whatever the next stage is. You know.
Resident Evil has the vibes for it because they did with Resident Evil 4, the remake. They did the 80s style anime promos about Leon Kuhn's adventure to save Miss President's Daughter, and that was like
I
up
remember
there.
those.
And then for Resident
Those were
Evil
amazing.
Village, they did Belladonna's Puppet Time, which was just like little
the
hand
fucking-
puppets.
The Japanese puppet show shit.
Yeah.
That was good shit.
That was really good. So like they could do that. They could totally. Their brand has the menace to let me do that.
You know, I'm manifesting the entire ending arc, the entire final chapter of Unpacking for you.
Aw.
Because
What's Unpack?
Unpacking is this really cute game where you like unbox a bunch of shit and move it into an apartment, but it like travels through different stages in this like person's life. So it's like unboxing their shit, moving into their like childhood room, and then it's like their college dormitory, and then like moving in with their first boyfriend, and then all of this stuff.
It is a really cute like puzzle game that I highly recommend.
I didn't call it a puzzle game.
It's kind of puzzle-ish.
It's puzzle adjacent for sure, but there's not really much of a puzzle. It's more like power washing. It's like power washing simulator almost, but like with environmental storytelling and putting cute bears on shelves.
Is it like that one game that's just about inventory management where you're just doing like one kind of fun task?
Yeah. You're doing
bit.
one kind of fun task, yes.
Yeah.
But the difference with Unpacking is that it's a. I've said this before. It's a masterclass in environmental storytelling, and now you can use that to tell a story without saying a single word.
Yeah. So like as a kid, you're unpacking all of these like art supplies and stuff, and like no matter where this person goes or like who she's moving in with, she's got her art supplies, and like her like little scrungly little characters start showing up, like her hand drawn like little mascot characters, like very Sanrio-esque. Start showing up, and eventually, like at the ending where she moves in. This is spoilers, by the way, for Unpacking. Just a heads up for anyone listening. But the final house is her moving in with her wife, and that like there's a whole box full of her first published book of like little characters.
Oh, that is nice.
It's really nice.
Cute. It's
very cute.
It's one of the few games that, and I will admit this, it's one of the few games I cried at. Like
I cried a little bit.
And then I saw, like I said, you played it on stream, didn't you, Kara?
Yeah, I played it all in one thing.
Yeah, and I saw like Ophi play it as well, and it's just seeing it every time played through. It's just like watching people interpret the story and just how it's told. It's just like it's a roller coaster. It's so good.
This is like semi-related, but also unrelated, and also I'm sorry, I just hit a lizard and it combusted from everything. I'd like to formally apologize. But do you cry more often when a game's ending is like trying to be sad, or like when it's too happy? Because I think most of the time,
happy gets me crying way more than sad. I will say I'm much more vulnerable to happy tears than sad tears. Although the hardest I've ever cried was at a video game, and it was sad. It was Brother: Tale of Two Sons, which is an old school. This is an old school arcade game. I think this came out in like 2008. It was like an Xbox 360 arcade game.
Yeah, you can still get it for like Steam and stuff. But also, I found the monster that we're hunting, or rather, he found me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you only just found him?
Yes. Well,
is this your first Odogaron?
No, I fought Odogaron before. It's just I'm going around here trying to find like the stuff I'm looking for investigation, and then suddenly he's upon me. I'm just like, oh no! And I don't see.
Found you. He found you.
And I don't see either of you two around. I'm just like,
oh no, he was leaving the zone where we were kicking his ass.
Oh, okay.
He was tired of being thrashed, so he wanted to run away from us.
Yeah. He's having a bad time right now.
Yeah.
He's suffering at the hands of feminism.
Good.
And feminism is being hit by a hammer and a Swix axe by Bruce and Kara.
Exactly.
You know what? Needs more feminism in his life. If you can't cope.
Feminism is that feel when you're like a giant red dog and like a bunch of fruits come over and hit you with a hammer really hard over and over again. I
just slapped my hand on my table because it was really funny what you just said, and I hit my my little wrist bump. What do you call those? Like your wrist knuckles?
You like your little wrist bones, where the bones end on your wrist.
Yeah, with my bones on my wrist, my little wrist, my little wrist knuckles. There's like one on each side. I hit the one far away from me on my desk.
Oh.
Bruce's joke caused me pain.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Usually it's from laughing so hard my tummy hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, that really actually. Ow! Oh, that got in there. I can feel that in my bones now. That's it. Oh yeah. That was just like aftershock pain coming in there.
Oh god, the aftershock.
Yeah,
I hate that when you like hurt yourself doing something. You're like, oh, it's fine, and then like an hour later, you're like, oh my, I thought this was fine.
Oh, that's deep. That's deep pain. I'm feeling that in the core of my wrist.
You're gonna want to put some
God
it's
forgive me.
It's got the frobbies. It's got the frobbies.
If it's throbbing, it's ice you want. Right, Bruce? I feel you would know this.
No,
I don't remember.
It's Monster Hunter is the cure.
Oh,
Gaming.
okay. You've got an infection, and the only cure is more Monster Hunter.
Yes.
The only cure is kill.
Kill. I didn't mean to put kill in chat, but I did put kill in chat, so I guess that's what we're doing.
It kind of worked out.
How do I get up there? They run away.
Oh,
and I
he's
can't get to
he's
him.
by the camp.
Oh.
Bye, Astros.
I was trying
He's
to
in
run
that
away.
little area where all the stink is, and the birds fly around and die of stink.
Who was it was killing you last time? Was it Nokagante?
No, it was the pickle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, we had trouble with the pickle at the end.
Yeah, that guy's
we
so
got a couple
fucked up.
good kills in. Yeah, he got me. He got me twice as well.
Yeah.
Not Bruce though, but I guess Bruce is the mastering armor, which makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I was about
Bruce
to say, I
is
had the
invincible,
Master Rank gear
essentially.
on.
Yeah.
I wish I would stop procking the explosion on the fucking random jobber monsters instead of
Oh, well, the
big
explosion builds up on them.
Mhm.
Rather than, it's not on your weapon, it's on the monster.
Yeah.
So,
But the other little baby monsters are so much more weak to the, like, explosion.
yeah. So it'll proc in a couple of hits where he takes more. But also, the more he gets hit with it, the less, like, the more resistance he gets to it. Same with, like, sleep and poison and stuff.
I would assume it's over here. I'm taking a quick aside to try to find more tracks.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. Focus on getting the big gooey Gus.
Gooey Gus.
He's a little gooey. He's a little slimy. I bet
He is
Balhazak
a
fucking
little
stinks.
bit.
Like, I bet he's a cool creature, but I bet he
100%.
reeks. Yeah.
100%. You know it. You absolutely know it. I feel like that's not even subtext, that's just text. Canonical.
Canon stink. I would love for, like, a writer or, like, a video game producer to have the fucking guts to come out and be like, yeah, I've created a scent that smells like the protagonist, and just have it be, like, horrid. Like, have it be, like, dreadful.
Well, I thought you were gonna say, like, just come out and be like, yeah, this character just doesn't wash.
Yeah, just does not bathe.
Tifa stinks. Tifa smells like ass.
Tifa works out in the morning and then never takes a shower afterwards.
Yes!
Like, she waits
Oh
for
my god.
even.
No.
Don't ruin Tifa for me. Let me have
I'm
this.
sorry to all the Italians out there.
You beat me to it. I was gonna say it's the Italian government already ruined Tifa for you.
It is such a bizarre situation. It's just like, yep.
Fantastic though.
That was a thing that happened. You can't.
Sure was.
That wasn't on my bingo card. You know, politician gets caught watching illicit pornography of a video game character. Maybe it should have been, but it wasn't on my bingo card.
I'm surprised that in the Fall Out Boy cover of We Didn't Start the Fire, they did not say Tifa Lockhart on Italian TV.
That shit slaps.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I've not actually heard their version of it yet.
It's really good.
I'm kind of sad that it's kind of the best song they put out in a decade.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Like, when did Phoenix and shit come out?
Oh, that's like 2000 and I want to say like 13.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
it
mid
probably was.
2010s.
Yeah, probably was almost 10 years ago. Because I feel like that was the last shit of theirs I actually liked.
I didn't really like Centuries when it came out. I feel like everybody really liked that song because I remember listening to it on the radio.
Grew on me.
I was like, it's pretty mid.
It grew on me. It's definitely not as bad as High Hopes.
Fair.
But it does have the kind of the same energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Move around here.
I love that energy. They're just like screaming little guys.
OMG, same. Kara, did I ever tell you what happened to a foreign exchange student I used to live with?
Oh, this isn't the banana one, is it?
No. That was not a foreign exchange student. That was just some fucking girl from Ohio.
I can never remember if that horror story involves a. And every talk about your old like college roommates or things like this, I'm just like, which one is this the? Is this the one with the bananas and was it ketchup? I think it was.
Bananas and ketchup are separate. That's because I've had so many dreadful roommates.
I want to hear all of your terrible roommate stories and the Ohio girl story.
I think you've talked about the Ohio girl before because that sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it.
Yes, she put microwave chicken nuggets and a peeled chopped banana and canned peas in the same plate and then microwaved it for 10 minutes without flipping anything, and then she just ate it.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, did people, when people eat, like, crazy shit like that, is it because their parents used to make it for them, or did they,
No.
or they just... Okay.
We actually have an answer to that question, and that is their parents had no fucking idea what she was doing, because at some point we used to talk to her parents because they paid part of her rent, so we would communicate like this is how much for this, whatever, and they would ask like
this is the banana bill.
Yeah. This is the microwave bill because your daughter's a menace and we have to start charging for it.
Yeah, for the psychological damage.
She breaks a microwave every couple months. Sometimes we just toss one out because it doesn't feel right to keep it.
Because it's got a smell in it and we just don't trust it.
It's been defiled.
But we used to talk to her parents.
Anymore.
And her parents would ask questions like, I know that you shouldn't spy on her and we're not asking you to tell on her, but how's she doing?
Is she doing any weird shit?
Yeah, and because we had this confrontation with her where we were like, what the fuck? Why did you put that in there, and why didn't you flip the chicken nuggets?
Yeah, at least flip the chicken nuggets. God, my God.
We jokingly asked, do you guys microwave fruit very often in your household? And both of her parents were like, no. Why do you ask?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, literally, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's when we had the frightening realization that she came up with that idea on her own, and she executed it on her own, of her own volition, and we became very afraid of her.
Amazing. Incredible.
It's like when you see those stories about, or someone who's it's a series of tests where it's just so when you're cooking things in the oven, do you have to clean it every time?
What?
What was it? No, it's I hate cleaning the oven every time. It's oh yeah, cleaning the oven sucks. It's just
yeah.
Well, the bottom of the oven's always covered in grease and blood and shit, and I'm just what are you talking about? Yeah,
you said two insane things, by the way, Az.
Basically, the idea of the text message is the person A who's I hate cleaning my oven every time I cook. They're not using a baking sheet. They're just putting raw meat and shit on the
on the bottom
shelves.
of the oven. Yeah.
Not even on the bottom of the oven, the shelves, the wire racks.
That makes sense. So they don't have a tray or anything.
Yeah, they're not using a tray. It's just they put meat on there.
It's the steak sat on the floor of the oven.
It's just how do people get like this? Surely you know how to use them.
Because parents don't teach it. Sometimes parents teach their daughters how to use appliances. Most guys do not get taught any of that shit.
True.
It's true.
That is unfortunately true.
I feel like I've had to teach myself every appliance I've ever used in my life. Just pressing buttons and seeing what happens. He's sleeping.
Well, he's sleepy.
Wake him up and cause chaos.
A little gift for my sleepy boy.
I think I've completed the investigation here too now, so we should be good.
You
for
think?
murder.
Or
I'm pretty sure I'm good. It says investigation complete, so.
Well, I'm gonna say that sounds pretty likely.
That's just a theory, though.
A game theory.
Oh, but this
I'm
whole
so
thing.
excited for the FNAF movie. Are you guys seeing it in cinema, or can we do a group watch for the first time?
We should do group watch. I hate going to the movie theater.
Yeah, I suspect that's going straight to like digital streaming platforms. And
I don't know, maybe not.
I do want to see it though, and I will watch it with a group of people.
That's fine. I feel like as long as most of us are going in blind, I think the spirit will be there.
Oh yeah, no, I'll watch it with you guys. That's not what I'm saying. It's like I would rather watch it digitally. And of my like IRL group of friends, I think I'm the only person who would want to watch it since
I love how into FNAF you are, like unironically.
I like this series. I refuse to be embarrassed about that.
No, there's no reason to be embarrassed by any fucking media that you're into. I don't think that. There might be exceptions to that, to be honest, but
I feel FNAF,
I don't think
is an exception, but
I think Homestuck is the exception.
Okay, if you watched Homestuck when you were a kid, like if that was your thing, like okay, you were a kid, you didn't know any better.
Yeah,
if the year's
you don't know when
2023,
things are good or bad.
yeah, if the year's 2023 and you still like wear the Homestuck T-shirt and you're still like, no, I think it's really well written. That's when you got to be like, okay, dude, okay, done.
Yeah, I just can't tolerate it anymore. I look at that shit and it's just like, man. I like people always like, oh, don't you know that like Toby Fox lived in that dude's house while making Undertale? It's like, okay, so one of them was cooking. So you're saying that at least there was one person with talent in the house. I'm such a hater. I'm such a hater for Homestuck.
God, it's okay.
That's something I completely missed out on, and knowing the bit I know, yeah, like I didn't know what that was until I think a year ago when I saw like a big like examination, like one of those like 2-hour documentaries about it, and it's just like, so that's what that's from, and that was kind of the end of it because I never saw any of it growing up.
I feel like Homestuck ruined a generation's perception on what good things are. What is good media?
I think you've said that like 3 times about 3 different bits of media from.
Oh, I really feel
like
about
today.
Homestuck.
Like today.
Today? What else? Wait, what else? What else am I a hater of? I mean, I like Sonic and Kingdom Hearts, but I would not say that about Sonic and Kingdom Hearts. Those things are stupid and goofy, and people need to stop. But like,
time to stop.
It's time to stop coping, please.
Let the Sonic
Okay,
kids
I will
have
say, no, because I will say this: Kingdom Hearts, yeah, it's big and goofy, but like it's got big emotional moments, and like it banks on a lot of like classic anime tropes about like friendship and stuff. I see the appeal. Sonic the Hedgehog, dude, you guys gotta like learn to stop coping and seething. You guys just have to
coping. I like it because it's like I feel like the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen from the Sonic fandom was when they got one game that was like a 7 out of 10, and all of them lost their fucking minds and was like campaigning for it to be Game of the Year. I'm like, dog, if this was a Mario game, it would be the worst reviewed Mario game of all time. It
would be the downfall of Nintendo.
It would be. This game is so fucking mid, and like it's amazing for a Sonic game. Great. I'm glad that you guys have got a game that is not like immediately like it's not broken on launch, that isn't like 2 hours long or has significant technical issues and is actually like not fundamentally awful to play. Good. I'm so happy for you guys, but please stop pretending like you just got like The Last of Us.
I get it. I get the character appeal, and like I see it, and like I actually, speaking of other embarrassing college stories, I had a digital media painting class with a girl who would not draw anything outside of Sonic style, and it got her in serious fucking beef with real professors who are like, you have to draw a person because this assignment is for this thing, and she would just like refuse.
How about I do anyway?
Yeah, how about I do it?
I'm sorry, Professor the Hedgehog, I can't hear you right now.
They can't hear you over the sound of Sonic whatever that just came out. The soundtrack. The soundtrack for Sonic is good. But the point is, people who like Sonic and who think it's the best have made good games that are not Sonic the Hedgehog that I feel like Sonic fans deserve like something that like fits their interest that's just not the blue guy.
They like the blue guy. Like,
yeah, but like someone made something that's just like it with no blue guy, and they're like, and I made it really good, so all these other blue guy enjoyers would have a good game, and it's like a 9 out of 10. And then Sonic the Hedgehog people would be like, but it's not Sonic the Hedgehog.
This is mid. It's not
the
Sonic.
music isn't right, and it's like let him go.
Let
him go.
They refuse to let him go. Like,
you're
not wrong.
People have Sonic brainworms, and there's going to be Sonic the Hedgehog media that comes out until the end of time, and some of it is going to be entertaining. You're going to get your Sonic Manias, you're going to get your Sonic Boom TV shows with good Knuckles moments. You're going to get the Sonic the Hedgehog movies with Jim Carrey that are actually quite entertaining. But like the actual games, like the mainline games made by actual Sega and not by fans like Sonic Mania, they all suck. And like, yeah, you got one exception to that rule. But I just need people to stop pretending like Sonic games aren't the worst. That's the thing. I just need the coping to stop. If people are like, yeah, these games are ass, but I like them, I have so much more respect for that than people being like, actually, Sonic 06 is kind of misunderstood. Shut up!
You see, I lead into the bit that Sonic 06 is good. It is a joke, but I do genuinely think that game is so bad it's entertaining. It flips it, you know what I mean? But it's not a good game. I argue it's not even the worst Sonic game.
By the way, you are one of the least egregious Sonic fans I know of.
Yes,
I try to be. Like, I understand, like it's one of those things where it's like, I didn't grow up with Sega or Sonic games. That was always the thing, like the friend down the street had, or like my cousin had a Sega kind of thing. But as I got older, it's just like, hey, Sonic's not terrible. I enjoy it. Like, I think it's because I came into it later than some folks who just really grew up on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because, like I've told the story before, the first book I learned how to read as a small child was a Sonic the Hedgehog book. So,
valid.
Yeah, that was the moment you were ruined.
I'm not invalidating you, by the way, as I think that you deserve good video games and good media. I just can't do it with Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, that's fine.
Sonic fans deserve good games. They're just never going to get them. And the games, the games that they think are good are actually like painfully like only okay. And like there are so many problems in those games. Even still, like what was the new one? Sonic Frontier? Was it Frontiers or Freedom? I can't actually.
Frontiers.
Okay, those are two Monster Hunter titles.
Yeah.
Frontiers had so many bugs and issues and wonky gameplay stuff that just got completely overlooked. Like the "I do not see it" meme. I do not see the issues. Like yeah, cool. Some of it is fun. Great. I'm so glad. But like this is not a 10 out of 10.
And having played it, like I don't think anybody.
People were saying it was a 10 out of 10. There was a major campaign for that game to win Game of the Year that year. Like people were furious when it wasn't nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards.
Yeah,
like that's not planet Earth you're living on.
No, it's not. Like I said, it's one of those things where I just like I understand what you're saying. It's like personally, I'm just of the opinion that let them have their fun. Like they're not until they start hurting people, which unfortunately they do, and it's like
the code hurts people, I think, and it hurts themselves as well because like. If you're pretending that all of your Sonic games are actually good instead of deeply flawed, but you still like them, then you're just going to keep getting garbage. I think. Like, I think there's a self-fulfilling prophecy of Sonic games selling great, no matter how terrible they are, that keeps Sonic games being terrible.
Unfortunately, yeah, I could see that. Okay, so
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm not gonna even sit here and be like, Sonic designs aren't cute, because some of them are cute.
Some of them are good, yeah.
You deserve positivity, and I think that you're a valid dude, and I just wish that you would get good video games.
Edgeworlds does like some good franchises that, like, there's no nuts.
True.
Like you know, like Resident Evil went through a real stinker phase, but he stuck with it, and he's in the promised land now for Resident Evil.
Yeah.
These are the golden times. You know, you stuck with it through Resident Evil 6, and when I was looking at Resident Evil and going, oof, these games have fallen off. I'm really glad I didn't get invested in these. And now I'm like, oh, we are in the golden age of Resident Evil.
We back, baby.
Yeah. We back, bitch.
But yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like I find some people get too attached to their particular media, so they start replacing that with the idea of like that's their personality. Oh, it's like Jerry likes this thing. That is Jerry's personality. So when you say you don't like that thing or that thing's not as good as you think it is, they take it as an attack on like
that's
Jerry
fandom in general, though, right? That's fandom with a capital F.
No, that's what I think it is. Though. I think folks unfortunately get too attached to it, and then it becomes everything they are, and it's like, oh, that's Frank. That's the Sonic guy. It's Sonic Frank, we call him, because he's always fucking talking about Sonic. And
there's like a discourse about like people are like really emotionally invested in stuff, so don't say that stuff sucks or is bad because it upsets them. It's like, I don't think that's a me problem. I'm sorry. I'm like, genuinely, I don't say this with the intention to hurt, but that is not a me problem. You know, if you have the right to say that you like this thing, then anyone should have the right to say that they hate it.
That's valid.
I really do.
I think it's like that spectrum of like compassion again, where like, for me personally, if I love something, like, so I think something's the best thing on earth and like nothing will change my mind. Like, there's another part of me that's like super like, if someone came at me and it was like something I actually really cared about and they were like, I think it kind of sucks, I'd be like, yeah, this part isn't good. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you really care about something, like, and you want to do it in a healthy way, like, you need to be like, yeah, dog, this sucks. You know what? Yeah, this really isn't very accessible. You really have to spend 80 hours on this before you get there, you know? And I think if you really, really care about something, then you're available to that. And I think there's like some level between like thing I really love and like thing I just like, where you get like blinded in the like of it and you don't see it. You're not willing to accept that criticism.
Yeah. Ez, do you want to queue up a quest?
Yes, I was actually going to ask what we wanted to do here. So I have Teostra and I do have Valhazak, so I have them both unlocked now.
Let's do Valhazak. I think Bruce wants Valhazak. Yeah.
I can nail out of Valhazak, and then I think that'll be it for me for the day.
That sounds like a really good stopping point. I'd love to get back on 14. Yeah. Do some more MSQ stuff.
I do want to. I was just thinking about that. I am playing a bit of a Super Mario RPG mod on the side. Nice. I do kind of want to play that. We said Valhazak, right?
Yes. I am certainly not going to say anything, but if you look at Final Fantasy XIV and I say, I'm totally going to bed after this, and I'm there, no, I'm not. Don't ask me.
Don't call Bruce out.
Me. That's my haters.
That's not me. That's some fucking poser that looks and acts like me and is on my account. Plays the same classes as me.
Yeah. So I can talk shit about their glams because they're not you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to rush out to start the quest, and I will fire the SOS.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm going to sit here and talk about why Kingdom Hearts sucks, but it's different, a different kind of sucks than Sonic.
I'm curious to hear why you dislike Kingdom. Okay, let me rephrase that.
So here's the thing. I will acknowledge that while I can rag on Sonic for being bad games, I can't necessarily do that so much for Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts games are just fucking annoying and stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Even as a fan, I can't argue with that.
Like, I'm so tired of being subjugated to seeing people having serious emotional investment in fucking Donald Duck.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
I'm so over it. Why this franchise should have been like a 2-game gimmick, not what we have been burdened with. And like people should have like great nostalgia. Like, oh man, do you remember that time when Square Enix and Disney teamed up for those like crazy, like super weird but fun and like emotional PS2 games? Oh yeah, I remember those. Those were, I really liked those as a kid. Those made me cry. It's like, yeah, what we are in right now it ruins the whole thing. And the fact that like all of the shit from Kingdom Hearts 3, the screenshots of Kingdom Hearts 3, of like they just made me so mad to look at. The fact that I had to like look at this shit and listen to people talk about it with a straight face. And every time I saw fucking gameplay, it was like listening to fucking Donald Duck telling you how to use a fucking health potion. I was like, it just makes me fucking rage. It makes me furious that people take this seriously.
I got nothing. She's right.
Yeah.
It's like, what if Undertale was the scale of the MCU? What if we got 3 Undertale movies every year?
I don't like you making that comparison.
It's Kingdom Hearts.
I really don't like that comparison. But the fuck of it is I don't think you're wrong.
I think it's worse than that. I think it's like if Pikachu was in the MCU and kids grew up and they were like, I love, you know what really made me cry? That part in Endgame where Pikachu said Pika Pika right before he died. I think that was very upsetting to me. And like if that was just like the regular conversation you had to have of like people posting a picture of Pikachu being Thanos snapped and real Robert Downey Jr. saying you can't leave me Pikachu, and people would be like, OMG, I'm crying so much about this.
It would go so hard though.
It would.
I know what you're saying, but what you're describing sounds so fucking good. I would want it. But you're not wrong. That is kind of what Kingdom Hearts is.
Yeah.
Like it would have been so sick if it was actually like a crossover. If it was like Cloud Strife holding fucking Mickey Mouse in his arms and screaming at the heavens, that would be one thing. But all of the fucking goofy dumb Kingdom Hearts designs with their big fucking shoes, and the fact that like it doesn't matter how much the graphics progresses, they all look the exact fucking same as they did on PS2. It's like. And then like the actual story plot points, like I feel like Kingdom Hearts clearly I think has some like intelligent emotional writing. What it does not have is it does not have any intelligent actual writing, because sure the game might be able to make you cry, but like all of this Roxas and Sora and Xehanort and all of this stupid shit, Mickey Mouse and an evil cape because he's evil now, is the goofiest, dumbest fucking bullshit I've ever seen. And like, yeah, sure, there might be emotional investment there, but looking at it from the outside with none of that emotional investment, you all look like clowns. You look like clowns to me in your little circus, taking this stupid shit seriously.
If they had just committed to the bit, if it was all silly, then it would be fine. Like, Digimon is all silly. Digimon has a bunch of little dudes and human beings in weird big shoes and big funny goggles, and it works because it's committed to the bit. It commits to the Digimon digital monsters.
SOS Flare is out.
I'm getting it.
See, the thing is like, I think the problem with Kingdom Hearts, and again, I say this as a fan, is the notion that the lead designer, he thinks he's Kojima, but he does not have a fraction of that talent.
Or the charisma.
Like, okay, Nomura is a fine artist. I like his art. But he has the creativity of a small egg, and I have no idea how he continues to get away with it.
Yes. I fully agree.
Like I've told the story about, I've told so much about the legendary rumor that he almost completely halted development on Final Fantasy 15 because at some point he saw Les Mis was like, I demand this game be a musical or I quit.
Wait, what game was that he did that to?
Final Fantasy 15.
Final Fantasy 15 was a musical?
He wanted it to be a musical.
Yes.
That's silly boy.
Well, he wanted his original idea that got turned into 15 to be a musical because he saw Les Mis, and he refuses to let that original idea go because it looks like he's doing Kingdom Hearts shit with it now.
Yes.
It's fucking Nomura.
If Nomura had the charisma and the vision of Kojima, like Kojima doesn't just have like a weird mindset and like a weird vision for things. He like has a commitment to it. Like, again, it's the same problem of like you have to like fully embrace what you're doing, and Kojima is like all about it.
It's the same. It's actually Kojima makes shit stupid in a very similar way to Kingdom Hearts. The difference is that it's not Mickey fucking Mouse in the game. Like, can you imagine if Snake was monologuing about Metal Gear to fucking, like, Goofy?
Yes.
Yes, but you know what? It would work. Because if Kojima put Goofy in the game, it would be real. He would be like, I have to find a real reason why Goofy would be involved in the proxy war.
Yeah, Kojima would find a way to make it make sense. He wouldn't just say, oh, these two things are just together now.
And he would want to make it like as grounded and real as possible, as he thought was possible. He'd be like, well, I looked up technology, so I'm using like real ideas to like put my ideas together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like the difference is Kojima would have been like, no, that's stupid, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's also true. Kojima is also capable of saying that's stupid.
Because Kojima does do some stuff. Like, Kojima is actually quite restrained. He just, like, he puts a lot of references in. He's restrained in things that he knows would be too dumb to work, I think. I don't know where you guys are. Oh, all the way at the bottom.
Have a threshold.
Yeah, we're at the bottom, yeah.
But like the perfect like example to me is Revolver Ocelot. Like you could Revolver Ocelot is a Russian cowboy assassin named after a cat who meows. And he's still in one of the best like Metal Gear games like ever made with like some super strong theming. Yeah. And he meows. He still meows.
He does meow. He's like a different guy in all of them as well. He's always switching the shit up. I love it.
And it's so funky.
I love it. He's my favorite Metal Gear character. I fucking love Revolver Ocelot.
He is pretty good.
Fucking love him. He's so stupid. He's so committed to his bit. The fact that he role plays as Liquid, like the whole twist of like, whoa, how did Liquid take over Ocelot's body? No, Ocelot is just role playing as Liquid. Liquid's been dead the whole time.
He's just a method actor, dude.
Oh,
incredible, incredible. I love Revolver Ocelot.
Revolver Ocelot's a lot of fun. He's arguably like one of the best characters that Metal Gear has series, and it's one of the few that they've not ruined in some capacity.
He's the perfect foil to Snake, I think, because like you get like the ideologues and shit who like Liquid who like stand on top of their mech and monologue, where Revolver Ocelot has always been from day one just a silly man.
Yeah, he's just a goofy guy. His name is fucking Revolver Ocelot, and you seriously think that he's gonna sit here and tell you about like his ideal government structure? No, he's here to shoot guns.
He's so funny in Metal Gear Solid 3. He's so the writing on Revolver Ocelot where he is like, he like keeps fucking up his shit. He's like such a buffoon in that game, trying to be really edgy and cool, and just keeps fucking up and like pantsing himself. Oh, I love him.
It's so good. Even like Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, like with Raiden, is a fucking game about a cyborg ninja and a talking dog defeating an American senator, and it's good because it's committed the whole time to nanomachine.
I kind of feel that part of the reason that Revengeance works is Platinum was like, okay, Kojima's not working on this anymore. We'll step in to help you finish this. But we don't want to do what Kojima was writing. We want it to be its own thing. And they kept it the equal part ridiculous, but they had the free reign to be like, this is not related to Metal Gear. Like, this doesn't have to be a Metal Gear.
They made it Platinum ridiculous, right? They incorporated, they folded the Kojima ridiculous and the Platinum ridiculous into this delicious batter.
Yeah, they did. And
they folded the eggs in. Yeah.
But it's still, Metal Gear Solid Revengeance still has a solid theming with a real message that you can talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it was definitely made by a huge Metal Gear fan because they understood the Metal Gear mission, which is to be ridiculous but still say some shit about politics.
That's what I'm saying, is like the like Metal Gear versus Kingdom Hearts thing, is like Metal Gear can do this. And it puts the effort into doing it, but still having its Metal Gearness in its back pocket, where it talks about the American government, and you know, like corruption in military politics,
the war industry.
Yeah. And you can also have, standing here, I realize you were just like trying to make history.
Oh, I don't know if I told you guys, because I've mentioned I'm a big fan of Rising. About a little while ago, when I had a roommate move out, we kind of acquired all of my roommate's stuff. One of them was like a couple of versions of Revengeance. I don't know why they had so many, but one of them had the soundtrack still. I was just like, I'll take that. I want that in my collection. Who listens to CDs anymore? Me.
Me, now that I have the Metal Gear Revengeance
Now that I have the Metal Gear
CD.
Rising soundtrack.
I love it.
You know what? To bring this all back to some weird conclusion, Ohio girl who microwaved bananas.
Oh, yes.
Humongous
yes.
Metal Gear Rising fan. She had like 6 posters. She would sit in our living room and play Metal Gear Solid all day.
It was Jetstream Sam, right? He's always the baby girl. When people are obsessed with that game.
It was Raiden. She was a Raiden diehard.
Ride and die?
Mm-hmm. Raiden or die.
Look at his handsome.
Oh yeah, we had another person.
Oh,
join
Overwatch
the
character.
Is he one of the gay ones? Is he one of the ones that's been... He is?
Out of spite, I'm just going to say that all of them are the gay ones.
Okay.
I think...
No. Every time Blizzard has a controversy, another Overwatch character comes out of the closet.
Yeah. But only in America.
Yes, so true.
I have 3 miasma gems and miasma equipment on, so like this does nothing to me. He cannot throw up on me in any way that matters.
Yeah, I have no health bar either, because I'm like, oh, game's like, hey, do you have null berries? I'm like, I'm sure I have some in the... No, I don't. Fuck.
You cannot vomit on me in any way that matters. In any way that means anything to me.
So, there was is that the person you're wanting? Was Ohio Girl the person, when you broached that subject, was that the person?
Metal Gear Solid.
Was her... Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid Banana Microwave Ohio Girl. When you said, Kara, have I ever told you the story of my roommate? Was that roommate that you were going...
No, I was gonna...
is this a Ohio Girl? And you started telling her story.
No, I was actually going to say a story about a roommate I had who was a foreign exchange student from China. I think he was from Hong Kong. And every time he made any kind of noise, the same Me Too meme was like popular where people would be like, OMG, same. And he would just come in and be like, or whatever, or he would sneeze and like everyone in the house would be like, OMG, me too. Like same, because he didn't understand at all. Yeah, he did not get it at all, and he would be so fucking frustrated because he would like cough and we'd be like, oh my god, so true. So we just harassed him nonstop.
That's like, that has the energy of Japanese Elden Ring players looking for a hidden castle in the nighttime.
Oh yeah, because of Fortnite.
Because of Fortnite, yeah. It's one of my favorite gaming facts. Top 10 gaming facts.
Mm-hmm. This is the same roommate who learned a slur because someone called him a slur, and he just used it like frequently. He was just like, "Oh, that's me," and then he would just.
I kind of do this with trans slurs. There's so many of them, and they're like new ones all the time. I keep finding new ones because like 4chan comes up with like a new one every week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Stop flashing him. He's gonna develop an immunity to it.
Like antibiotics.
Yes. Stop hitting him with antibiotics.
Bisexual people need more slurs. I don't. Do they have any?
Like there was a term for bisexuals by Japanese people for a while called dual wielder, and I think that's
that's not a slur. That's funny.
That a slur? That's incredible. Yeah, the moment people discover that the word they were using actually meant dual wielder, people are like, "No, this isn't a slur. I'm claiming it right now."
I'm taking it back.
I am a dual wielder. Akimbo.
You got the Akimbo perk on.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stay back so I do not faint. I do not want to be the reason we fail.
It's okay. When he stands up on 2 little leggies, when he does his big boy stand up, like he does his little bear
his
thing,
sneeze.
His sneeze, that's his little AoE around him, but if he like stays down on all fours, it means he's gonna like attack right in front of him.
Okay. And the attack right in front of him, is that the breath weapon?
Yeah. So he's on 2 legs, so get away from him because he's gonna hit the whole ground around him.
That could have killed me actually if I hadn't got away just then.
Oh, he's sucking up air.
Yeah, this is him.
There he goes.
He has that animation, but he also has recharging his like little goopy.
His like gas layer.
Yeah, you see how he's got a little bit more gas on him now than he did before. Okay. This one. This is his recharging this gas animation. He sucks your health away when he does it.
Yeah, I do remember
that. Not me, bitch. I'm filled different.
Bruce is filled with hate, malice, and protection.
Yes. I brought protection. I am immune.
I do remember that.
I got the booster.
I do remember that about this. I do remember that about this fight. That eventually, once you get the gear from him, it's just like, well, his mechanic no longer affects me, so bye.
All you need is you can craft anti-miasma stuff, and if you have 3 gems, or if you have the necklace and like a gem on you, like it has such a low chance of affecting you that like you can basically just tank through, like his whole thing.
Oh, but he's sucking my health. He doesn't hit me with any moves. He just sucks all my health away with his big suck hole.
He likes a Slurpee, is what he likes.
I'm not a Slurpee! Stop slurping me!
I don't blame him, I also love a Slurpee.
You wouldn't slurp me, though.
Well, you are, like, blue and yellow, so I'm assuming you're, like, blue Raz and lemonade, so, like, I bet I would.
I am canonically cloudy lemonade flavored.
Oh, good.
Right, and that has that vintage aesthetic to it as well. Isn't that so perfect?
Yes, that's very like early 2000s, 90s.
Oh, not even that. Like you get like vintage lemonade, like the cloudy lemonade and like the fancy glass bottles over here.
Ooh,
with the dandelion and burdock.
Yes.
Someone got knocked out.
You got knocked out.
Not that time. Not that time.
Hang on. It wasn't me, was it? There's no chance. I'm still up. I'm watching the replay. So Ez and Hanzo are very low right now. Here's the free Legiana, which I don't think you get to complete the carve of.
It's probably Hanzo, unfortunately.
Oh, it doesn't say who it was, but I think it was Hanzo. Hanzo was quite low.
That's what you get for being a fucking Overwatch stan in 2023, dude.
Yeah.
He was using a longsword. That is pretty cringe.
Can we end on a lost
Hanzo doesn't even have the long sword. Hanzo is the bow and arrow guy.
That's so true!
I almost said the bow and arrow gay, but...
Gay?
Shit, you're right. You're right.
I don't even play Overwatch anymore. I haven't played Overwatch in like 10 years, and even I know.
What's your Overwatch ship of choice?
Oh god, did I have an Overwatch ship at the time? I think I thought that the cowboy and someone else should kiss.
Genji? Was it Genji? I can't remember who McCree got shipped with. I know he gets shipped with Ashe a lot now she's out.
Yeah, but that's heterosexual.
It is. Ew. What are your guys' like all-time ships? Like, are there any ships that are like part of your lore, like backstory, like significant?
Not me particularly, no.
This isn't relevant to
like
my like actual care for the characters. Like this has nothing to, this has no effect on my act because I didn't actually care about the franchise at the time. I learned what Final Fantasy was because when I was younger, I saw Sephiroth X Cloud fan fiction way before I ever saw an actual Final Fantasy game. Like I did not know who these dudes were. I was just like, wow, they have a lot of romantic tension. And like it wasn't until like 3 or 4 years after that that I was like, oh, one of them is a murderer.
One of them
one's done a lot of killing.
Wait, was I looking at Bruce's screen when it said the Argosy was in port? I'm so mad. I just went all the way down to the fucking shipyard and then
I'm so sorry you missed the Argosy.
The Argosy is away. Okay, back up to the gathering hub. Bruce, what's the call here? Are we ending on a loss, or are we running it back? What's the?
I think I might have to end on an L, just because it is getting a little late, and I got to make sure the doggies go outside.
No problem.
And I have Pathfinder 2E tomorrow.
Oh, we do have Pathfinder. I keep forgetting. I'm so excited.
How are you forgetting? It's your thing.
Because all of my days are blurred together.
Okay, God, that's so valid.
That's very valid.
I'm so glad that you're here to confirm that, because this whole time I've just been saying I have Pathfinder this week, ? Like, because I haven't actually considered confirming it, and I was just like, I have a game to play this week.
Yeah, so the general rule is, oh my god, what gem is that you just got from the Argosy? Is that a Wyvern gem?
I think I just got a Wyvern gem.
That's crazy, dog. The plan is that we play on schedule unless notified otherwise. Like, if there hasn't been a post, we play 3 weeks on, 1 week off, unless there's been a post saying that we're not playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Valid.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'll be looking forward to watching that. I think that'll be...
Yeah!
I think it'll be... well, it was fun last time, so I'm sure it'll be fun again.
Yeah. Well,
I hope nobody tries to kill me.
I won't.
Well, that's a relief.
I won't.
Aren't you DMing next time? Because Locke did this time.
Oh no, we're not taking it in turn, session to session. We're taking it chapter by chapter, arc by arc.
Ah, I misunderstood.
Yeah, so Locke's doing. We're co-writing the first arc, but Locke's DMing it, and then I'll be taking over. I would have guessed in maybe like somewhere between 8 and 12 sessions, perhaps.
Okay, so it's like a chapter swap, another chapter swap.
Kinda, yeah. So that way, I think what me and Locke want to do is basically we will brew up and kind of take like narrative lead on certain arcs, so that way there's like a consistent tone to the arc, and we can like tell our stories and do our little visions, but then we'll kind of trade off between them.
No, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. The collaborative storytelling aspect of this has actually been really fun, and super motivating. Just like bouncing ideas off each other has been so cool.
Hog.
Yeah. Hog.
Hoggers.
All right, well, Briss, I'll let you get on with your afternoon. Thank you very much for inviting me and having me.
No problem.
Afternoon?
I had a really nice time.
It's like
10:30
p.m.
Did you say 10:30 p.m.?
It's 11:30 p.m. for me. It's almost midnight.
It's almost 5 a.m.
Yes, Kara, you live in the future. We know.
You live in future times, but it's true. Like that's what time it is for you. So like, obviously,
I had to stop because you said it's the afternoon.
Time.
It was like, Kara, do you know what time it is for us? It's not the afternoon.
Well, time's a social construct.
Yes, but it's been a long week, and I figured it would be like nice to offer like a one-up game.
It was really nice. I really appreciated it.
That was a lot of fun, actually.
I've been really enjoying these kind of like semi-regular Monster Hunter sessions, actually. I've been really enjoying them.
They've been keeping me honest to keep getting me caught up, because I keep wanting to do it, but then I get distracted with something stupid. So
I just like having games that other people like have like a similar level of interest in, to like just like exist in that space temporarily. Like with Final Fantasy, it's like, oh, I know I'm playing with people who are like on a similar level of investment, and it's like, oh, so I can be comfortable if I want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, Rathalos would totally fucking win in a fight against Vegeta, you know what I mean? And like people will totally understand and be like, no, you're wrong, and be like, yeah, of course, you wouldn't stand a chance.
Fuck Vegeta, he always loses.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it, and it's gonna be me. I'll do it. I'll fuck him.
But
I think that you should ask his wife first before you go on that one. I feel like it's at least polite.
That would get me in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. Yeah.
No,
you're right. You're right.
Just at least give her a heads up that like, hey, I'm gonna fight your husband this week, and I think I'm gonna fuck him. So, if you have, anything I should know beforehand.
Sharon, I'm gonna fuck your husband.
Just telling you. I thought I would let you know out of courtesy.
Yeah. So you can prepare.
Yeah. Emotionally.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, I love and appreciate you. And there's nothing I can do on YouTube, so I'm literally just going to put music on for like 5 minutes and then end it because I don't know anyone streaming on YouTube right now and I'm in hell. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for
Bye
having us.
bye. Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye. Good
Bye-bye.
luck. Go to sleep, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. And then, as said, I'm going to put music on. I'm going to put my stream BGM on. I'm going to hit the shuffle button. I appreciate the patience with the scuff.
Oh, no, it happens. Sorry, I just came across something cute on Twitter, and I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Oh, good.
Maximilian had his dog pass away early last year.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been doing... Like, apparently he's been working behind the scenes with the dudes who made that Naraka game, that Blade Point thing. There's going to be a big crossover with stuff with him and Benny. I'm just like, aw, that's sweet.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. It's positivity.
Yeah. I like the positivity. It's cute.
It's
Anyway,
good to
I'll
see
let you
something
go.
happy.
Yeah.
And it's really, really, really hard for me not to, at this point, like, make a comment about something extremely negative that also happened. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna say that I'm streaming again later, and I love and appreciate you, and I appreciate your patience, even though stuff was scuffy, and I almost disconnected in the middle of a raid because of stuff outside of my control.
You still didn't die, so it worked out.
That's true. I still won.
You still lived. Anyway, I'll
still
let you
lived.
go, Bruce. You have a good night.
Bye-bye, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And that's it. And then I mute myself, and then it goes for a couple minutes. And then I go to sleep. Then you don't see me until I'm back on Twitch.tv on Friday for Garbage Day. And that's it. I love and appreciate you. Good luck, I guess. Be safe.